All right, hello everyone. Hello.
Hello,
Happy
hello.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It is Sunday the 28th.
It is. It's the last day of February.
Yeah, it is.
It's the weird month.
It's the short month.
It is the short month. But we're happy to have you.
Yes.
And we've got a raffle going. The print of the week is our beautiful Alan in the springtime. We don't have all those extra crazy prizes because we're not currently running an event, but we have some interesting news for you.
Oh yeah, we'll have some various Disney-related news.
So coming up.
But for now, this is our print of the week, Alan in the springtime. Because it is almost springtime, isn't it? I mean,
in Florida, it certainly is.
Yeah,
today
it was 88,
is just
89
gorgeous, gorgeous weather. I almost said, Jasmine, you know, if it wasn't Twitch and we have fun doing our Twitch broadcasts, etc., that I would like call in sick today.
Yeah, this is like picnic weather, man. Yeah.
Man,
it is such perfect. Who's at the door? Oh, wait, or is that Sunshine?
That's probably Sunshine.
Oh, it's her sharpening. She's sharpening her claws on my biggie, so.
Yeah, she does that. She's a naughty kitty.
She's a bad kitty.
I stole Sunshine for I have her at the office.
At the other house, yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes when I work, I would like to have Sunshine around, and I take her across town, and she just hangs out with me
because it has an outdoor screened-in porch thing that she gets to go outside.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, me and Sunshine.
We never take the other cats over there because they just don't care.
No, Sunshine is the adventure cat, I'd say, of the three. She
definitely is. She's the one, like, if you had a motorcycle, you could probably put her on your shoulder.
Oh, totally. But I'm excited about that, but I'm scared about that because I don't want to run away.
Oh, about having Sunshine on a bicycle or a motorcycle?
Yeah. But I might do that. I still haven't got my scooter, but so many people. Oh my gosh! And Florida Day, many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out and about. They were riding on their motorcycles, on their scooters, on what are those other things called that I love that we all want to rent sometime? Slingshot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and other people have. Are those just in Florida, or are those things that people drive other places?
I don't know. We live in a weird place.
Anywhere other than Florida?
I haven't. No.
Because they seem like something people have.
California should have them.
Yeah, I know.
Southwest should have them.
Yeah.
But slingshots are neat. They kind of look like if you guys haven't seen them, basically kind of look like a Batmobile. They
do. They look like a cross between Batmobile or what's Batman? He has a motorcycle, doesn't he?
Or no? Batman has everything.
He does. Batman's a scientist.
It's just put basically the prefix bat in front of anything. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but it does. It looks like Batman's motorcycle, kind of. And it's kind of recumbent, like those recumbent cycles, right?
It has kind of, I mean, you have it's very low. You lean back. There's a couple seats, and it's got 2 tires in front and 1 tire in the back. Mm-hmm. And they rent them here. So
yes. That's why I see so many different people on them.
Right. I think a lot of people are renting them. So,
okay, like people on vacation. Slingshots.
Not to be confused with the slingshot at Old Town. That's not too far from
the backwards bungee jumping thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a imagine you're in a sphere and there are 2 giant bungee cords stretching up, I don't know, like 150 feet. They're pulled. These like bungee cords are pulled tight.
Yeah.
Your butt is on the ground. Then they release it, and you are shot up in the air until the bungee cords like reach the other side of the sky. So then you're like 300 feet in the air or whatever. And I did it before. It's fantastic. I love the slingshot.
That one. You did that one with my sister Katrina.
Yes, I have it on VHS. That's how long ago it was.
That's funny.
Yeah, we had a little late start. I had to get a little coffee. I got my Iron Man versus Captain America mug.
Aw.
Civil War. So
where'd you get that from? Somebody gave that to you.
Somebody did give it to me. No, a fan gave it to me.
A fan did? Okay.
And I don't remember. Gosh, I suck.
People give us a lot of
also in the room, I don't know who did it, and I have not shown Jasmine because I went straight to the other office with them.
Uh-huh.
We got 2 shirts in the mail this week, Jasmine.
Oh, what are they?
Well,
you haven't told me about it yet.
Jasmine and I are originally from Kansas City.
Yeah.
And Kansas City is I'm trying to figure out a nice way to say it.
Is it something about Kansas City that there's not a nice way to
okay, they like football a lot.
They do.
American football
They do
a lot.
like American football.
And with good reason, their team is pretty good.
Their team does very well for that.
I'm not a fan of football. When I go to Kansas City, I see their football everywhere. You know, their colors everywhere. Everyone's got the shirts from
and
the
weather's
littlest...
bad there, so it's like something people do in the winter is you sit inside and you watch football.
Right, from the littlest kid, baby, to the oldest person, they're all wearing red and yellow.
That was red and white.
Red and yellow.
Okay.
I'm
silly.
So I have 2 shirts
for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs that say, their quarterback is named Mahomes, and it says my hometown is Kansas City.
Gosh, yeah.
And the other one says something about Mahomes. So I think somebody, and I'm thinking I know who sent it.
It's not
to me.
Katie, is it?
I think so.
You think it's Katie?
Yes. And I haven't confronted them yet, but I'm like, oh my gosh.
They're on Twitch?
They often are. So it's funny. I'm not sure about where. I might take a picture of myself in the shirt. Just because somebody sent it to me, and it's it's sweet, but they're also poking fun at me.
They are making
so
fun
that's
of you.
I like that we have that relationship.
I was gonna
some of your
say
fans.
somebody would have to know you well enough.
They
that
know
it
I'm
would
goofy
be
enough
funny
that I would
to give you that, as opposed to hey, you're from Kansas City, go Chiefs. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there are any Chief fans in the room.
There might be, because I know it. Always never see. Oh, thank you, whoever made magic. Nice. I always think about how at the Run Fair, how much Kansas City Chiefs things I see when we're there at the Run Fair in Kansas City, and how that has nothing to do with the Kansas City Chiefs, but I see so much stuff that bleeds into that.
It's insane.
They even set up TVs and play the games during
it's insane
the festival.
So Jasmine, you're doing something a little different this broadcast. What are you working on?
Oh, I'm drawing. Yes, usually I am painting, but sometimes I am drawing, so I figured I'd do some drawing one of these times, because that's what I'm going to be doing today either way. Right now, this is just on drawing paper, plain old drawing paper. I'm drawing with pencils. These are sketching pencils. There's a red one and blue one. I don't know how good it shows up on the screen. Can you see that?
I can see it pretty well.
Okay, you can see that there's like different colors. These work just like pencils. You can erase them. So they're great like if you're drawing and you're not sure what you want. So like I'll do it in red first, and it looks kind of not very well refined. Like I was going to put her head over here. Never mind, that sort of thing. Then I go back with blue on top of it on the lines I like, and then eventually I go up on top of it with a marker or a pen, ink pen, and then I erase all the red and blue stuff, and that's where I get the line art that will then scan in to make our pins. So these will
this is a
be
pin
pins.
design.
Yes, these will be pin designs. Yeah. It's actually a takeoff of my Bone Chariot painting, but this is the chariot that is on wheels and has a horse that goes along with it instead. Originally, the painting has her, the big painting, which I still have, that's one I have in my bedroom, has her in like a hot air balloon, but she's kind of in this neat little chariot hanging under it. But for the pins, I still haven't figured out a way really that I'm happy with, that I've seen for having that vertical of a pin that's in 2 parts. So what I'm doing a horizontal version with the skeleton horse and the carriage with wheels in it. So it's going to be like a 2-part pin, sort of, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense once I start working on it.
Okay, so it's not going to be one big pin?
It'll be 2 pins that will go together.
2 pins.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan, and I want it to glow in the dark, because there was originally a concept we had done with the Hamilton collection that was based off the Bone Chariot painting, and it was going to have like the skeleton bits glow in the dark, and it's like, oh, that would be a great idea for a pin also.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any idea what month this would be? How far off it would be?
I don't know. Depends. Well, if I finish the line art like today, I might do it today here in Twitch. Then I think we already have March's pin already.
Well, I have a question for you, Jasmine.
Yeah.
It's kind of work relaed.
Oh.
If you don't mind me asking, it's not bad. Usually we have the business card size pins.
Yeah.
Are you going to have me do it on 2 different ones, or are you going to make a special one for this?
This one, yeah, it's funny you're asking about that, because that's what I'm planning to with Arsenic and Old Lace also. It's going to be a large, not as big as like a postcard pin back, but slightly larger business card size.
Okay.
And they'll be both on there. And what I'd like to do maybe is have instead of just the plain black Strangeling background that's usually on the pins, I want to have like the painting kind of in it, like it's a little scene.
Ooh, that's kind of sounds.
Well, I decided to do that with Arsenic and Old Lace because I really don't want them to be two separate pins that were separate. Because then I thought it'd be sad, like if somebody wasn't able to find one and they only had the other one or whatever. So if I put them both on the same thing, then it like. This is stuff I'd probably usually just tell Matt directly, but I can explain it while we're on here. Because I was talking about this.
No, I'm curious. I'm sure the fans are also curious.
Sure, yeah. Like, here's a regular pin back, like how it's a cardboard, it's basically the size of a business card. And they're usually just black with a logo, not super exciting. But with Arsenic and Old Lace, I thought if I had one that was maybe like the size, like maybe half the size of a postcard, a third the size of a postcard.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to think of which envelope that would fit.
I don't know. We'll figure out for shipping. Yeah, I was gonna say
it doesn't really make that big a difference, honestly.
No, well, we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
But anyways, I wanted to have the background like printed onto it, kind of like the forest background here. I might change it and paint something else around. But then have the pins on it, like they kind of fit into the background too. So people, if they want to display it, they could keep it on the card.
So Leela has
that's the idea.
A comment.
Yes,
and also Pineapple Princess says aloha.
Oh, aloha!
And Pineapple Princess says to everyone in the room. So, yay! I like it when people greet the room. Also, you'll notice I did update the slideshow.
Oh, cool!
So some of you sent in slides recently or last week. I've got some, and they're beautiful displays, a couple event pictures, and they're really cool. So thank you for sending those in.
I'll definitely be looking through those.
And Leela says, just a thought regarding the Bone Chariot pin. The balloon part could attach to the chariot and dingle like an earring.
Yeah, that is something that I have thought about doing, but I want to be able to go visit the factory and see what their capabilities are for connecting rings and stuff. I'm really particular about, like, with the metal, what metals are used, because I have agreements that are no conflict minerals and stuff like that. So I need some additional jewelry bits added into it that haven't been able to travel because of COVID, but eventually we're trying to get out to the factory, and I'd like to look at the metal findings. And then I think I could probably do a lot additional exciting things. But for now, this is the way I'm going to do it, because I know it's something I can control completely.
I think that...
Make it to my specifications.
I'm just... on their behalf, I'm a little bit flattered, because I think you put a lot of thought into these designs. And, I'm thankful that you do, because I see a lot of people appreciating it.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, it makes me happy that people appreciate it.
So thank you so much for putting this extra work into it.
Sure. Well, I like showing people also like how I do and what goes into the making of something like that, because I enjoy seeing that.
Let's see. We had Starwind BC says, "Quit scrolling, you dumb thing." I think it would be neat. She didn't say it. I think it would be neat to have a pin set with a chariot and different animals to pull it.
That would be super cute. I do have a painting plan that I wanted to do for a while, and it reminds me of in Stardust, maybe like with Michelle Pfeiffer, when she's got the little... I like little goats when they are used to pull a chariot. I think it's one of the cutest things ever. Do you remember that part in the movie, Maddie?
Yes.
I think that's so cute.
I love that movie.
I also like,
I'm a fan.
There's a painting I did several years back called Sea Chariot, where it's those little dolphin fishes pulling it. I think that is just one of the most adorable things.
Excellent. Let's see. El Hurt says, I just settled down in my recliner with a nice hot cup of tea in my Madame Leota mug. Ooh. And Leela says, I have the Bone Chariot print in my living room.
That's a
Is that in one of the pics, Leela? I know you guys sent several. Well, thank you so much for hosting, Nigel. I appreciate it. And Kieran. Froggies to pull a chariot for me. Yeah, you know, that's kind of reminds me of the little froggy plow.
Hey, you could have frogs that you teach how to,
Yes.
Do your farming and everything.
And
that was the pitchfork witch. I remember you.
Yes. By the way, just a heads up for those of you like the halfway through the broadcast story, I left the book at the office. I know that sounds bad, but Jasmine and I talked about this like about 15 minutes before we started, and there is another fun story that we've kind of been wanting to talk. We've talked about it a couple times in the room, but it is a strange story, and we're kind of going to have more
explained story from
conversational story, and it is a really weird story that both captivated mine and Jasmine's imagination.
It also involves
very weird.
Like strange talking animals, so that's pretty great.
It goes back. This is an animal broadcast.
Yeah.
Leela says, still looking for that figurine of the toad with a plow.
Oh, yes.
That,
I
that'd
want
be adorable.
Toad doing my plowing. Man.
But yes, I have the, I'm thinking about those Chief shirts now. So if Katie comes in the room, I bet it was her. I know that sometimes, I know that she and Ricky have plotted against me. With Mahomes,
this is not just paranoia speaking.
It's more
they've
like
actively been plotting against you. Okay.
It's not so much the football annoying me. It's more like me scratching my head at it all. It's like, why? How can all these people be so utterly obsessed with it? It's really confusing to me.
It's confusing to me.
I've never been a big sports guy.
That it seems when it's a blip on their personality, otherwise they're not interested in that sort of thing, and then they're super into it. And I'm like,
right?
Okay, that's weird. I wouldn't have pegged you for a football fan.
Right?
That's
it's
cool.
It's interesting. But yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has happened this. Well, we finished the Festival of the Arts.
Yes, we had the last day.
It stopped,
at the
I think,
Festival of
was
the Arts.
Tuesday.
It was on the 22nd,
Tuesday
I think,
or something
so,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Epcot's probably a little bit more calm now.
Yeah. Before, what do they set up for after this? It will be eventually the Flower and Garden Festival. When does that start?
I don't know when the Flower and Garden Festival starts. But yeah, that is an event that usually doesn't have. I mean, it doesn't have near as many artists, but
no, they don't. I've never been at that one as an artist.
No, the only one you've been at Epcot for is the Festival of the Arts.
Then I've done the Food and Wine Festival at Disney's California Adventure, but I have not done the Food and Wine Festival here at Disney.
Yeah, the Food and Wine Festival in California is pretty cool.
I like it.
It's a
nice one.
I mean, it's not near the size of the Epcot one, but I think they do a good job, and they have access to all the amazing California wines.
Yes, and they get sponsored
Right
by different vineyards, and people come out.
And Kurt Russell's wine.
Well, Kurt Russell actually comes out and does an event too, a very small one. They do it at the Terrace there, and they let like 25 people into it, and he'll be there. He has his Goldie wine or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's kind of cute.
Man, a lot of people are joining the raffle.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it's for beautiful Alan in the springtime.
I'd say.
And we'll have another raffle an hour after that, and another raffle an hour after that. And it is free, of course.
Angela says, Jen at Pop Gallery is amazing, was able to purchase a print of Painting Pixie.
Oh, excellent. Woohoo. Yes, Jen at Pop Gallery is amazing. She's a wonderful person. We like her a lot.
Yeah, Jen's super cool. I'm always texting her about whatnot.
Yeah.
So much, so much work goes into the background of these things. But, as fans or guests, depending if you're at Disney, you just go there to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll hear me like, oh, I had to do this. Just don't pay attention to me and go enjoy the event because
usually
got
involves
something for
a
you.
lot of boxes.
Jasmine, you're not allowed to mention boxes. Flower Festival of the Arts starts March 5th, says Kelly Sarah. We have to rely on the UK people to tell us when our Florida events are now, Jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
That's how lazy we are.
Yeah, kind of.
March 5th. That is
5th.
soon. Oh my gosh,
that's
really?
Like, this next week, right?
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I don't know if I'll go to it at all because I'm only getting at Disney because I'm working there.
Yeah, I myself have not went there as a
I haven't been there as a visitor.
I was gonna say patron. I know. Yeah, guest.
Yeah.
Have to get back in my Disney terminology.
I was gonna say a guest.
Oh, so Tigger says I second that. Jen at Pop Gallery is amazing.
She is.
Well, I will pass that on to her, guys, and I will let her know. She is, and she's very easy to work with.
She is. She's also Brandon's mom.
She's also Brandon's mom.
Yeah.
And Brandon may be in the room right now. He's supposed to be.
We like your mom.
We like your mom.
Everybody likes your mom, Brandon.
Angela told me you're going to make 2 pins that match up to one big one. That's so exciting.
Yes. That's kind of the plan, at least. We'll see.
Mary Kay says, I have a question. Has anyone ever tried to frame a diamond painting? Probably.
I'm sure people probably have. I haven't seen any yet. They're pretty new. So yeah, if anybody has, I'd love to see how that
When
works.
I was a framer at Michael's, I'd say about 1/10 of our business were
cross stitch.
cross stitches.
Yeah, that
Diamond paintings
back.
weren't a thing back then.
Yeah, that would have been back in 90s.
But cross stitches were a big part of it.
Yeah.
So I imagine they do.
Yeah.
Just like, people will
Have people
frame
frame
puzzles. Yeah, exactly. Poster frames work best for diamond paintings. I guess they're that flat. We still have not got our diamond paintings yet.
No, again, the manufacturer, they're in Texas, so a lot of shipping has been stalled there because of the weather and power outages.
Right. So I will check again this week. I'm continuously checking our PO box for that.
Yeah.
Van Louis says, "Gotta go, guys. Time for school here, so I better arouse the kiddies."
Oh my goodness.
Are
they in Australia? Or
I don't. Yeah, you're probably in Australia. I mean, because
okay. Australia or South
yeah,
Africa?
here it is. Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, so I don't go to school on Sunday.
Girl in the mitten said, "All that work, I would definitely frame it." There you go.
Yeah.
Keep it for posterity.
Yeah.
Posterity. Yes. I'm going to frame all of mine, and I have 3 complete JBG, says Glenda.
Nice.
And Van Louis says, enjoy the Arvo. Love the entire concept of Twitch and the insight I'd otherwise not know. Enjoy the Arvo. Convo? Maybe it was Convo.
Yeah. I'll decide for them.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. Maybe the Argo. Maybe they're watching Argo, and they're enjoying Argo. Enjoy the Argo. Art. Enjoy the art?
I don't know.
Well, is V next to T? No, it's not very close on the keyboard. Nice work. Yep. OZ by...
Oh, Australia.
By Van Louis. You have a good one.
Have fun now.
And enjoy Argo.
Yes, enjoy Argo. I have not seen it.
I have not seen it either, but I expect a full review.
Mm-hmm.
Stat.
Yes.
Monday at 3 a.m. because that's probably a good time for you.
I assume so. If you're in Australia, you just kind of have to think of an awkward time if you're in America, and that's a good time in Australia. Gosh, I remember when I was in Africa, in South Africa, when you were in Florida, and the time difference on that was just so different.
That was weird. I remember being up, I remember being up late talking to you, and I was like, if it's late where I'm at, how late is it for Jasmine? Or maybe you were... Oh, Arvo is Aussie for the afternoon?
Oh! I did not know that. Y'all are hilarious.
Arvo is...
That's funny.
Really? Huh. Do you know if Disney is going to reprint any of your older pieces for your upcoming shows, says Starwin?
I don't know. I won't know until I go there and see what they have. They never tell me... Because I remember for a while, like how Wonderground brought back a few of the out-of-print ones in California, but only for their print-on-demand machines. And I didn't even know about it. And then they closed, and now they've reopened. I don't even know if they have a machine there. I'll have to find out. But yeah, hopefully. I don't know. If I ever knew, I'd tell people, but I don't know.
Hey, Katie. Katie's in the room.
Katie,
Katie, did you send me some shirts, man? Is it for my hometown? I'm trying to see if I get a response.
She's in the room though.
You got some splaining to do. I guess I could wear both of them at the same time.
You could.
Do you do custom work for people? And can you send stuff to you? And can you send stuff to you guys? I mean, can people send stuff to us?
Like commission work?
I'm not sure what you mean, Sailor. When you say send stuff, do you mean like if you did do custom work, would you send photos to Jasmine? Send fan stuff. Oh, you mean like to sign? Like to you. Oh. To sign? No, like fan mail. Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Sailors, yeah, of course you can send fan mail. So,
absolutely, yeah.
I could put. Do you want me to put the PO box?
Yeah, PO box is always good. And you check that regularly because we get a lot of stuff for there. Making these wheels look like bones.
Oops, I hit enter.
Mm-hmm.
And
Speak, friend, and enter.
And that is our PO box.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
And I put Jasmine's name on it.
Yeah.
You can put my name on it too, but I mean it's going to Jasmine, so put hers on it, and then I'll give it to her.
Woohoo.
And I won't open it.
You won't open it if my name's on it?
Sometimes I'll open it if it's obvious, like obvious business stuff.
Okay.
But if I see it's a address letter, I'm not going to open Jasmine's mail. That's rude.
That is rude. I think it's a federal offense too, isn't it?
It's something.
The post office always has very scary rules.
Oh, you're very welcome, Sailor Scott Ready to Fight.
Oh. It's a good name.
It is. They are ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
You just tell people ahead of time, yeah.
I'd just be sitting there and someone's ready to fight. Start hitting me like, give me a second. I am not ready to fight. I'm Matthew Beckett, ready to fight in about 5 minutes. Give me a sec here. That should be my
that's
my
a
Twitch
long
name.
Screen name.
It is a long screen
yeah,
name.
It's not very hashtagable.
No. I was gonna ask the room something. I don't remember what it was.
I've gotten this one. I've actually drawn this pretty good. In a way, I'm gonna start putting ink on it, and then I'll probably start erasing some of my lines.
So that you're working on this fast.
I'm drawn.
I don't ever watch you sketch. I'm usually not around.
Yeah, I can draw all darn day if I want. I just usually like painting. But for production work like this, I need to have line art. And sometimes it's just easy to draw it. I'm just kind of scribbling here. I've got Micron graphic pens. They're just the plain black ones. This is kind of what I talk about when I have production art, meaning that it's something that's been taped down and it's not really meant to be art for art's sake. It's going to be something that's going to be made into a product. But Matt has been taking the nicer sketches I have in line arts and he's been framing some of them. So I'll show some of those to you guys later. We just started putting some up on eBay too. I'm going to go over a lot of the blue lines that I've done already. I'm going to start up with the eyes. You know, I might do my littler pen first. There's various
that is
widths
cool.
of these.
I like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch this kind of come alive, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. People who are into animation and that sort of thing might recognize the whole blue, red, sequential art stuff. Depending what sort of scanner you have, if you're doing in-between work, there are scanners you can do that will take all the blue out or all the red out, so they don't even have to erase. They've just got the outlines or the paint on there. But on this one, I'm gonna go over with the ink, and then I'm gonna erase the blue and the red later.
Ren Girl says, I've been missing watching JBG create.
Aw.
Well, we miss you too.
I'm happy you're here.
I hope you're doing well. Somebody was asking that since someone won the big raffle 2 weeks in a row,
oh yeah,
have we changed our policies on anything? No, it's completely random. I don't really see a reason to, and it's just weird. I mean, stranger things have happened. Obviously,
that should actually happen about, I don't know, once a year or so. Roughly.
Maybe so, but the thing is, each time it's
going to be random again.
Going to still be.
That's what random means.
Random, yeah.
You can't change that because that's not how the universe works.
Right. So I don't feel the need.
Nah. If it kept happening,
I think it was wrong.
Messing with it or hacked Twitch or whatever, or worked at Streamlabs or
But if you guys know how the Streamlabs stuff works, you just click buttons and it.
Yeah, it's a random.
It just
number
chooses
code.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it happened again, I'd be like, huh?
Yeah, there's at some point where I'd think, oh, maybe it's a bug, or a problem with the coding, more than I'd think it was any shenanigans.
I myself haven't seen like up to this point, haven't really seen a pattern or anything. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think so too. Then.
That skull is like super crazy cute.
Oh, yeah.
That is not a scary skull.
It's not meant to be. Make them look kind of worried.
So, what do you imagine? I mean, where is she going? Is she a harbinger of death?
Probably. She's gonna have her horsey. I'm gonna make it a pale horsey, and then he's gonna have green. I'll work on him a bit later. He's gonna have bones that show through that are kind of the same color as a horsey, but when you put them in under like glow in the dark, the bones are gonna glow in the dark. That's the plan, at least. I'm kind of making this up while you guys are watching. So I don't often do things like drawing and sketching in front of people, so it's kind of fun. Mix it up.
Grinchy says you should have a chariot pulled by a kitty.
Oh, that would be pretty precious. I would like that. I love me and my kitties.
Leela says she is going to watch the Infernal Parade.
Cool.
He said cool at the same time. Maybe she is.
Maybe she's what?
Maybe she is going to watch it.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah.
I almost kind of want to almost zoom in.
I can.
Well, I could always do the thing where I make it bigger, but
yeah.
Just for a little bit. I don't know.
How about, is this making it zoom better?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can see it really well now.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that was just a personal preference.
Oh,
I wasn't telling you to zoom in.
It's actually pretty easy for.
Oh yeah,
me
that's
this
great,
room.
Jasmine. I actually like that.
Cool.
Do you guys think that's even better in the room?
Cool.
I mean, I can really see that so well now.
Yeah.
Well, this is very, this is kind of a bit hypnotic.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, Ren Girl says, yes, I can see it much better. And Starwind says, definitely better.
Cool.
So maybe if you do sketches on here, people like to even see closer. It's so detailed. I mean, these lines are so tiny.
I know. Well,
it's
that's
nice
the thing.
to see it up close.
And that's part of what I'm doing when I'm going in with the black ink, is I'm simplifying a lot of the lines, because eventually these are going to be pieces of metal that an enamel's going to be poured into each little window of color.
That's
so I've got to
crazy.
make sure all my lines connect, because it's going to be a physical object eventually, and they're pouring a fluid in it. So if I make it, like if this hairline doesn't connect somewhere, I'm going to have to go in with ink and make sure it does, because if they pour in a bunch of peach-colored face and a bunch of green hair, you don't want the green to smear out into the face. So that's all things I'm doing right now with the pen. I'm sure it's probably a million times easier on a computer. I know. Everybody, usually after I do things like this, they're like, you should get an iPad and get one of these tablets, but I'm sometimes like doing this sort of thing too. Better.
Yeah,
I don't like
this is gorgeous.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it's funny how it's very detailed, but it's not one of your paintings.
No, it's very, that's the thing, it's almost a different skill set than something like painting, where I'm using something, color and shade and that sort of thing to make it look three-dimensional. When it's line art, it's more translating everything into an extra two-dimensional sort of flat surface.
So Leela says, please say this will be available as a print too.
It is, kind of. It's called Bone Chariot.
Well, she has it on her wall.
Yeah.
She's talking about this one, I think.
No, this is just a drawing. This is the same painting, basically. Which I do have the original of, too. That's one of the originals I have actually never sold.
It is.
I have it. So I do have, I think we put it up on the Strangeling website. So do you have a link to that if people want to see what the original painting looks
Sure.
like?
Yeah, I'll put a link up to that.
Please do.
I know Leela does, but everybody else in the room may not know
They
it.
might not, yeah. And again, basically the reason I'm having to redo it is because I want kind of a horizontal version of it.
It's
with two
properly
different
cute.
pins. Yeah.
I love Bone Chariot. I think all your Chariot ones are actually
It does.
adorable.
Bone Chariot
Unique and
is a
interesting
monster of a
idea.
painting, though. It's huge. What is it?
It's a unique and interesting idea.
It is. Very true. I like all those Chariot paintings. They're all so tall. They're such tall paintings, though. It's like you need a good
And this
place
sort of
in the
chariot
room for
is,
them.
of course, lifted by a beautiful balloon. And man, I almost posted that balloon video.
Oh, the hot air balloon?
Yeah, there it is if you guys want to see it. I put the link in the room. Yeah, the other day, I was working super early.
Uh-huh.
And
those hot air balloons, they're out early.
This is like when I had sunshine with me.
Aw.
And sometimes what I do is I let her out in this little closed off area, kind of like
screened lanai.
a screened in lanai, because she likes to run around. I just have to make sure that she doesn't eat the plants. So
good luck.
She and I hear this noise, like
oh yes, yeah,
like that.
Kitty cats.
And
I think it sounds like hissing something.
I mean I hear it at this house a lot, but
yes.
at the office,
yes,
which is I don't know, as the crow flies, like 6 miles maybe or something.
Yeah.
I think that's where they launch them from a lot.
I think it's that field or whatever that's out there.
That flame that the hot air balloons throw up is so loud and it's so pretty. They were in our the neighbor's backyard touching.
Yeah, I've seen them touch the trees like behind a garage.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
I don't think they're supposed to. I mean,
yeah,
I can't just go around hitting
I have
trees
no idea
with them. I don't know what they're doing, but they're out there all the time. And if I'm out there, I usually go out running really early, like at maybe 5:30 or something, 6 o'clock, and sometimes they're out there done. So they must leave at like 4:30 or something. I don't know.
I know that there's a package that goes with it.
Yeah, I think tourists do it. Like,
maybe I'll find a link.
Yeah, I don't know about it, like, to recommend anything.
That's true. I don't know enough about it either.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the blue and red pencil marks?
Well, it started when I started scribbling. It's a lot looser. Like, you'll see some of the, like, I started just drawing big circle head, big thing here. That's in red. That's a lot lighter. So when I start liking some of the lines in red, I went over them in blue. And now I'm going over in black and ink. So when I get the eraser out, it will erase the red and the blue.
Yeah, I think sometimes a good example of when people use the red and blue is if you're ever at Disney.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
that's probably part of the animation sort of background to
right.
it,
Sometimes you'll see that. Sometimes you'll even see someone doing like a kind of a version of that, sitting at a little desk it's kind of for entertainment value.
Yeah.
But yeah, they work off a style sheet. Which has official, like, this is an official Mickey.
Yeah.
This is an official Simba. And they recreate it, and it's really cool to just...
like a staff artist.
It's really cool to watch them. And you can see that at, when they open back up and everything's good, at Wonderground in, at Disney, Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney in Anaheim.
In California, Anaheim. You can watch someone do that, and they often do that when, heck, even sometimes when Jasmine's during her event. I've chatted with the artist.
The staff artists will
yeah, it's kind of neat.
It is.
Leela says, our collection is quite vast and impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, Leela. And thank you so much for the photos. They're beautiful. Ren Girl says, love the chariots. Hey, Claire, how's it going?
Howdy.
And yeah, I think that it's just fun to watch people. I wonder if watching people paint live has the same effect as like live music, because it's fun to listen to something on the radio, but then like when you see it live, it's even that much funner.
I think it is.
Is that like the same
level of? It kind of is. It's kind of like going to a concert more or something, as opposed to I think so. Or seeing people doing anything like that. It's like seeing people watching like a demonstration kitchen or something, at a restaurant. You like seeing people make stuff.
Leela says, you're welcome, Matt and Jasmine. Well, thank you, and I bet you got a lot of that when you visit us at Glastonbury or Whitby.
Yeah.
And gosh, even
Tintagel,
yeah.
It'd be nice when we can get back to the UK again.
Yeah, Tintagel, I'd like to go explore a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just slithering through to say hi and have a good stream, and do not forget to hydrate. Thank you so much, Taz Devil. That is fantastic advice that I would give to anyone.
Yeah.
While watching the streams, be sure to hydrate.
Be sure to hydrate. Well, to be fair, it is almost 90 degrees here today, too.
Angela says, for us, it's a totally new appreciation of everything you do for us.
Aw, thank you.
But yeah, I like it when you're able to create live. The only thing that I would say
It's
difficult to for you to sometimes paint live.
When
you're
I'm
signing.
autographing things, sometimes it's hard because if I have paint on my hands when I'm doing my acrylic painting, it's hard. I'm afraid to touch people's books or prints or things because I'm all covered in like purple paint or something. So that does make it hard when they have me do live painting events and I'm also autographing. Because if it's like a fancy canvas framed clay from Disney, if I get fingerprints on it, there isn't another one, you know? I can't make you another one.
Did you have a replacement pen there?
I do. I've got a box of microns here. I just have various. Some of these are various sizes, but some of these are so close. I can't tell the difference between an 07 and an 08. I don't spend my time drawing very much either, so this is not something I do other than for merchandise production and stuff like this.
I would still say though that since you never claimed to be much of a drawer, I still think it's in your wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, I mean I could do the stuff like this all day.
Okay, so Kieran's drinking a nice cold can of Pepsi.
Hey,
that's yeah. What else? What's everyone having for a drink? I mean, and when I say drink, I'm just talking about like beverage. Are you having water?
I had Publix, whatever the Publix brand is, peach kombucha.
Oh yeah, I saw. As you know from our broadcast, some people didn't know what kombucha was. Jasmine and I are big fans of kombucha. And
it's good for you. You have
our
a plant-based diet. It's a good way to get B vitamins.
Our local favorite grocer that's commercial. Is that a good way to say it?
Biggest grocery chain.
Yeah, is Publix.
Local.
And I think they're a pretty solid company.
Publix is
a
good.
lot of people like Publix here in Florida, as well as the Southeast in general.
Yeah.
And they have a kind of a healthier sort of
Greenwise
section called Greenwise.
Yeah.
And they had some kombuchas for like, they had a deal on them. So I bought Jasmine a couple and she's trying them out.
Yes.
So
there's that other one. I do want to try.
You like the Mother kombucha? You like, what's that more recent one? Hum is my favorite.
Mother brand is good. Greenwise Publix has been good
what's
so
that
far.
newish one that we got? I have that had Florida Sunshine
it's the
flavor.
Crescent City one, or the ones from New Orleans.
It's from New Orleans.
Yeah, they're from Big Easy lemonade, Big Easy.
But there was one called Florida Sunshine.
That was from New Orleans.
Oh, so they made one called Florida Sunshine,
yes,
but they're from
they have one called Florida
okay.
Sunshine, but it's from New Orleans. Yes.
Oh,
that's
so
the orange one.
This is cool, Jasmine. So other people are, let's see, water, my drink of choice.
Hey.
That Ren Girl says that. Kalera says, I just stopped by to wish everyone a great Sunday. Well, thank you, Kalera. And Kalera says water. Let's see. Leela says ice cold Coke. That's funny. So there's Coke and Pepsi in the house, in Leela's house. It's the Cola Wars, in that house. And Angela says strawberry water. That sounds good.
That does sound good.
El Hurt says watermelon and lime herbal tea. Dang.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Grinchy's drinking Diet Pepsi. April is having pure leaf unsweet tea. I've had that.
Oh, I've
had that quite a bit.
That's like
April.
one
That's
that
a
you
good
can always
brand.
get if you're at a gas station and you don't want junk. It's like you can get the tea.
Yes, they almost always have that at 7-Eleven. Jeanette said, I would probably love a fingerprint on my picture if I was getting autographed by Jasmine.
Aww.
Kelly Sarah says Coke. Sailor Scott ready to fight says water. Iro Hannah says orange Ramoon. I'm not sure what that is.
Yes, that is the soda pop that comes from Japan that has the clear marble at the top.
Oh, I know that one.
Ramune.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, see, Jasmine has to remember what I've ingested.
I help Matt remember his life sometimes.
Cold Rubicon passion fruit drink. Ooh, Nigel, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
Tigger says peach Sprite Zero, but we'll be opening the bottle of wine soon. We usually wait until hour 2. Oh, how funny.
Aw, that's a nice
That's sweet.
tradition.
That's when the comments start to get a little bit sillier. Maybe.
Well,
Angela
it's later
says,
in the
we
evening.
love our Publix. All of the employees are super friendly. I would have to agree with you, Angela.
Yeah.
What
I think too, a lot of the same workers that when I moved here 20 years ago to Publix are like the same workers now. So it must be a nice enough place.
Yes, I feel like I'm growing up with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of them are just like teenagers.
They don't know my name, but they know who I am.
Yeah.
Like they know who my face.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what I do or anything. They might, but they're polite enough not to mess with me.
Because they come to Pop Gallery.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A Star One says Dr. Pepper with cream soda. That's good. I've had that one. Diet root beer. Root beer is I love root beer, but so much that sometimes some root beers I just can't do.
You love it so much that you have strong opinions about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Orange juice and water.
I'm not much of a soda pop.
Orange. I wonder if that's kind of like Orangina. If you have an orange juice and water, maybe plain old tap water. Says Linian. Scarlet Rosie says, I'm drinking Fiji water. That's good stuff. And my fiance is drinking plain La Croix. I pronounce it La Croix because I've been to France and I think I'm fancy now.
There you go.
Ange Hoffman says, lightly sweetened iced tea. Instead of lemon, we add slices of oranges to it.
That's tasty.
That is good. Mary Kay says, water. Let's see. Crispy Critters, peppermint tea. A lot of teas in the room. A lot of tea drinkers.
We got a lot of Brits here, too.
Yes, Kelly Sarah says, I love fizzy drinks. And Pineapple Princess says, second the fingerprint.
Yeah, you want it unless it's like a big purple fingerprint right in the middle of like Mickey's face or something, and you're like, oh, that's not a hand embellished thing. That's just awful.
Yeah, Angela says that's how it is for us talking about the Publix employees.
Yeah,
and if you guys have I mean, we go to different areas of the country where there's
not Kansas City. California's got Ralph's. Ralph's is good.
But sometimes I don't know what the locals favor. In
Kansas
that's
City,
another good question.
Like Hy-Vee a lot,
right?
In Kansas City.
In your neck of the woods, what is your favorite grocery store?
Yeah,
and it could be Whole Foods or something if you can
Joe's,
afford it.
Yeah,
Trader Joe's is a lot of fun.
It's like Whole Foods but cheap.
But it's nice to have that one grocery store that is a chain that is pretty solid.
Yeah,
has most of the stuff we want. Yeah, we have to go to Whole Foods for some things. Yeah, we have to go to Trader Joe's for some things. Sometimes we'll go to Aldi because it has a lot of great things, and I'm impressed with.
Cheap as well.
Yeah, it's nice and affordable.
Yeah.
But what is the grocery store that you usually go to? Leela says Asda for me.
Asda.
Asda.
Is that's UK specific.
Yes, that is UK. I've been to a lot of the UKs, so please mention them, and I might.
Like Tesco's or
Waitrose.
Waitrose.
And what are some of the other ones? There's so many.
Tesco, Waitrose.
What's the big one in Whitby?
Morrison's.
Yeah. That's another big one. Defiant says, I'm building a 5-foot cat tree right now, but I wanted to jump in to say I'm drinking Snapple raspberry tea. Cool. And I live in New Hampshire, where Market Basket is our local grocery store, and that is very strongly supported by New England locals. I'm not familiar with Market Basket.
Yeah, I think that's specific to the Northeast. Too.
Nice. I miss Hannaford's from New England. I don't know Hannaford's.
I don't know Hannaford's either.
It's funny. I'm more familiar with Asda than I am with some of our American things.
Yeah.
Defiant says
Tesco.
They were in the news a few years back when they tried to remove the original owner, and everyone boycotted, including the delivery drivers, until they brought him back on. Interesting. Ren Girl says, in Indiana, Aldi's my favorite, but have to drive half hour to get it. Kroger is closest. Okay. Girl in the Mitten says, Meijer. Meijer. Are you familiar with that grocery store?
I know it, but is that American? Is that a UK one or French? No, God, I'm thinking Monoprix.
It's Ashley.
Okay.
So it's up Michigan.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one. I'm thinking of Monoprix. That's one that we go to in France all the time.
The sassy Walmart, but I work there too. She says. Jeanette says Marks and Spencer. You know, there is a nice M&S
is solid
that we like to go to. In London. And that is, probably after we go to that pub. It's probably our second stop.
I go to
each time we go to London.
That Marks and Spencer. That's probably like the main place I buy groceries at regularly.
Yeah.
Other than if we go to one of the bigger places.
Yeah, Marks and Spencer is pretty cool, and I could buy other things there too if I need.
In the one by us, there's one on Oxford Street, so it's got like a food hall sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. In the food hall, there's a couple food halls around there.
Yeah.
And they're all.
Selfridges is right next to it.
Selfridges.
That has a great food hall.
The food hall's good there, but it's like. It's a little bit pricier.
Yeah.
But they have the most hilarious American section.
Oh
my gosh, Miracle Whip and whatnot. Yeah. It's just I felt picked on a little bit when I go to the American section. Because they know who we are. They can tell. These are the things that Americans have asked for while they're in this country.
Yeah.
It used to be Meziers. Tell me how to pronounce it. Maybe someone could write it out phonetically. I feel like I'm over pronouncing it.
It's not Myers, is it?
It used to be. It could be Myers when we lived in Michigan, but now that we live in Savannah, it is Publix.
Oh, yeah.
Bitstream says. Karen says you can't beat a good Asda shop.
Asda's.
SB Reynolds says the Burlington, Vermont Price Chopper was exceptional.
Price Chopper.
Susan, we're from Missouri, Kansas area, and we had a lot of Price Choppers there too.
Yeah.
Big stores. Price Choppers are big.
They are very big. They are they're kind of not a franchise, but they have different owners, and they kind of vary depending on who's running them.
Yeah, the one that Jasmine and I used to have a lot of fun. We always try to walk to grocery stores.
Yeah,
so
I always try to
where
walk
we
everywhere.
live, so we'd have a lot of fun. Remember when we lived in Willow Creek?
Right after I graduated.
And we walked to that Price Chopper?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That was.
I love walking to grocery stores. I don't know what's fun about it, but it makes me happy.
I don't drive, and I like buying groceries, so
yeah.
I
don't like carrying the groceries back so much, but...
there's that.
So Defiant says, I'm living in Salem right now. Cool. And they are working on building the 4th MB on Broadway. 4th MB.
Milton Bradley.
Yes, Matthew Beckett.
Matthew Beckett.
There are so many people who come from Mass to shop that the three we always have to are always packed.
Oh.
Jeanette says, I'm drinking Innocent Power to the purple. Pomegranate, raspberry, apple, rose, water plus vitamins.
Dang, that's fancy.
Yes, the classic S at the end of Kroger's.
Yeah.
Is it Kroger?
It is, isn't it?
Oh, it's pronounced Meyer. Yep, Myers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Myers.
Yep.
It's
I put S's at the end of all sorts of things.
That's
a
like
common thing I do.
Not Swedish. It's somewhere up. It's one of those northern Midwestern leftover Swedish names.
So Angela says, I grew up in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Oh, they were talking to Defiance. I think Myers. It's pronounced Myers. Yep, Jasmine has the right pronunciation. Okay, so it is Myers. I will try to remember that when it comes up, but it probably never will.
Major thrift.
And we've got about 5 minutes to raffle, guys.
Hey.
My grandpa lived in Amesbury, right on the Merrimack.
Ooh, I'm going to put skulls on the wheels, too. I didn't do it in the sketch. I'll just draw it in with a marker.
I like Winn-Dixie, Piggly Wiggly, and Publix.
Piggly Wiggly. Oh, my God. Remember when two different groups of people at my school robbed the Piggly Wiggly on sequential days?
That was a Piggly Wiggly in a bad neighborhood. I don't think that was...
right next to our school.
Yeah, that was a bad neighborhood, Jasmine.
Yeah. Okay, it's on Truce to Beer in Kansas City. The Piggly Wiggly at Sarah. There was one, and the first morning, they came over the morning announcements, and they're like, if anybody has information about the robbery at the Piggly Wiggly, come down to the principal's office.
Oh,
it's anonymous. And then the next day, and then they had to clarify. They said something like, this is about the robbery today, not yesterday's robbery.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
This is the funniest
The daily
morning
robbery
announcements I've heard in my
Piggly
life.
Wiggly.
What is it?
The daily robbery at Piggly Wiggly.
And I wondered if the second people got the idea because they went there, and they both ended up being people like at our school. So.
Starwin says you need to visit Jungle Gym in Ohio. That's funny. We used to have a Jungle Gym, but it was like a...
Jungle Gym's the monkey. Wait. The monkey?
Well, Jungle Gym was like an indoor theme...
Like a Chuck E. Cheese.
A Chuck E. Cheese kind of with a roller coaster inside and stuff. It was pretty good. First time I had been in a grocery store that provides maps. There are sections for every country.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that sounds
cool
nice,
Starwind.
Starwind.
I don't know that.
Hey, Starwind, send a link to Matt at Strangeling.com. I'd like to see that.
Ones I like Wegmans. That's a good grocery store.
Oh, Wegmans is fun. They had the choo-choo train. At the
yes, they did.
And
at Philadelphia or Baltimore.
Hunters
Hunt
Creek.
Valley.
Hunt Valley, that's what.
Yes,
Hunters Creek is
Valley.
a local neighborhood.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so Claire says I'm not raffling today. Well, there you go.
There you go.
If you're not raffling, that's fine. But again, it is 100% random.
It is.
Don't let it stop you.
Don't let it stop you.
When I lived in Hawaii, I would take the bus to the closest stop I could get to the grocery store. It was not fun to walk back with groceries to carry.
Yeah.
And I had to be really selective with the things I bought.
It does make you focus on what you're going to take if you know that you have like a backpack that only holds a certain amount.
Yeah.
Again, I don't drive at all, so whenever I go to like a store, I'm usually I'm going to carry it with me on the way back.
And then, so since those things were so heavy, Defiance goes on to say, I stopped drinking soda, just got tea bags so I could make my own iced tea.
That saves you money and not too much
It's
sugar.
probably a little bit more healthy, too. Rocket Girl says there is a Hoggly Woggly
Hoggly Woggly?
up on
Are you kidding me?
Up on I-20 in the Florida Panhandle. Hoggly,
Is
only
Hoggly
Florida would
Woggly
do that.
I mean, Piggly
What's wrong with
Wiggly,
us?
For those who do not know, is a real grocery chain that's been around for over 100 years.
Hoggly
in the
Woggly?
South. But, no, not Hoggly Woggly. I've never heard of Hoggly Woggly, but some people might think we're joking about Piggly Wiggly. It sounds kind of British or something too,
It
but
does.
it's not. But it's southern
It
as hell.
sounds like something that
years.
it sounds like timey wimey or
Yeah,
something.
it does. Wibbly wobbly.
Hoggly
yes.
Woggly.
Yeah, Hoggly.
Oh, people are nuts.
That is magnificent. Oh, I love America. Man.
James says, "LOL, hi guys."
Hi.
Hi, and I'm a dedicated Wegmans person. Cool.
Wegmans, yeah. Wegmans is good.
Was just there actually.
Hey.
Very cool.
No, I have a lot of really specific ideas about grocery stores. I don't know why.
Mary Kay said that would be, but yeah, you can tell we're all kind of grown-ups here because we're talking about grocery stores.
Like, watch out, we're going to talk about home prices and school districts.
I'm sure that if you went over to one of the video game channels, they're not talking about grocery stores.
They're not talking about how their friends robbed the Hoggly Woggly.
Aw, Crystal says, I love the picture of you drawing. Aw. I like a lot of pictures of Jasmine when she looks very content when she's creating art.
Oh.
And it's probably because she is, yeah.
I am. That's why I do it.
Oh, I knew what you meant, James. I knew you meant dedicated. I try to
You try to autocorrect
I try to force autocorrect. Always correct me if I've said something wrong. I don't want to miss Oh,
magic.
Yep. I live near a Piggly Wiggly, maybe 4 miles away, and I'm about 45 minutes away from Atlanta, says Scarlet Rosie.
Yeah.
Let's see
I don't think they're up north much.
No
more north than Kansas
no
City,
more questions. So I am going to pick that winner. I almost said wiener. Okay.
And I will autograph this, and we will mail it to you anywhere in the world. She's also the print of the week.
Ross A. Maynard.
Ross A. Maynard.
Ross A. Maynard.
Congratulations.
And you're getting
you have one.
Beautiful. She is one of my favorite pieces of art.
She's lovely.
And she is Jasmine
the print
did.
of the week. So if you did not win, you can purchase it for $11.99. Those are signed on the back by me, shipped by my sister Amber, and those are up at Strangeling.com all week. And we are happy to ship.
I'll pop this in the room, and then guys, we are going to do the next hour's raffle.
Next hour's raffle, is that the pin?
That is the pin. Again, these are a little bit. They're more basic because we don't really have an event. I'm trying to match things to events, but I think we're gonna have a busier year than people realize.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, the next prize up will be, well, you'll get a new one on a package. I'll sign it for you, but this is just the one I had nearby. This is the Clockwork Valentine pin, which is our February pin of the month. And it's the last day of February, so this is the last day that we would be giving this one away.
Yes, and that is available on our website. And but you could win one. Heck, you might want to wait and buy it after the broadcast.
You could, yeah.
This is the last, like Jasmine said, this is the last time we're giving this away. Hey, Jasmine, can you give us a preview of next month's? If you have that?
Because I was going to show, because that's the line art too that we just framed that you framed.
Do you want? Do you want to
Because I could show that. Yeah.
We could even show the line art if you want.
I have them over in the other room. Yeah. But anyways, the pin coming up for starting tomorrow, I guess. Starting for March is my zombie kitty, who is the cute kitty, who's also the painting I was working on last week. And we did have the line art, basically the finished pen and ink that I did before I had the mold made for the metal pins. And
she has such a cute little smile.
Yeah, she feels smiling.
She's a little cutie.
Sometimes they're smiling.
She's a happy little thing.
They're all grumpy. Yeah, she's cute.
Well, she's happy because she's got a zombie kitty. Who doesn't want a zombie kitty?
Exactly.
Aw, people love the zombie kitty in the room.
It's cute. Hey, yeah, but if you want to get they're
yeah,
framed
sure.
in there.
And I'll put a link up if anyone's interested in these. You could
Yes, we have the auctions up. Eventually, we're probably going to have different ways that you can buy them through the website or through Patreon or something. But for now, we're just popping them up in the eBay store.
Yeah,
or eBay auctions, right?
It's a beautiful line art from Jasmine.
Yes.
And it's on a nice mat, and it's
and
a
Matt has matted them a black core mat.
I like black core because you don't see the white.
And it's behind glass and everything,
Yeah.
like UV protected glass. I don't know if you can see it better up on the big. It's a solid wood black walnut frame.
Yeah, I guess you're zoomed in now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm zoomed in because I'm trying to. So, anyways, that shows how big they are too. I don't know if you can see it there.
It's a nice size.
Yeah, they're 17 by 20 when they're framed.
Yeah, wow.
But, yeah, because the papers I work on for these usually are 9 by 12. So when you mat it up to all of my 14, it's framed 17 by 20.
Nice and uniform.
Yeah. You have the painting pixie one in there, or is that at Reunion? Oh, okay. Bring that one in too, because that one's also up on eBay.
Sure.
So that's what I'm trying to keep some of these nicer, because in the past, honestly, after I've scanned them in and have had the molds made, sometimes I would just crumple them and throw them away. So I'm keeping them nice, and Matt is framing them and matting them, because I know people would like to have them. Some of you, I don't remember, did I draw this one? Oh gosh, she's cute. Yeah, this is one this is, of course, this is from 2020. This is from last year, because this is the line art that I drew to be the pin that was at Epcot earlier this year. So she's all framed and pretty.
I'm so happy there's a little bit of weight to that paper, because I hate it when I've had to, when I've framed things for people, and it's a very extra thin. Just, like...
Oh, yeah. No, this is 80 pound.
Good stock.
That one there is a little... Yeah, that one's a heavier cardstock, I think. This is a good drawing stock. And sometimes I use watercolor paper for that, too.
Yeah,
so
that's nice, too.
all of them, once you put them under the mat board, like with
thank you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no.
Well, you're an artist.
It's better to work on, too. When I have something like this, and I'm already putting, 3 types of pencils, and I'm going to be scuffing up, erasing it, peeling pieces of masking tape off of it. I like to make sure the paper is reasonably sturdy. That way, too, you can frame it, and it's nice later.
Hey, Jasmine, you can either talk, we could do a quick little bumper break, but I need to use the restroom.
You need a technical break.
I could come back with a cat, or do you want to continue?
You know what? I want to actually try one of those other new kombuchas, that one that's spirulina and pineapples or whatever.
Do you want me to put the little ad on them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What's the ad?
Or not an ad, I don't know what we call it. It's our little bumper.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, yeah, that way we'll run back, be back in just a minute or two, a couple of minutes. Be right back. I'll still be working on the same thing.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in just a minute.
See you in a minute. Sure.
Okay, we're back on.
I'm coming.
Jasmine's
got Rio.
Jasmine's got Rio.
Well, I had put her on Instagram, and people
little
don't see her
thing.
very often. Rio, it's
Aw.
okay, baby. It's okay, baby.
It's okay,
It's
little
okay,
sweetie.
baby. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Oh, I can't really hold her up to the camera the way that.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, baby.
It's
baby,
okay.
Baby. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, she's a scaredy cat. Poor Rio.
Well, that was Rio for a second.
That was Rio.
That's about all you'll get.
She was a cat. She was a very feral cat when we got her. We had to keep her in a bathtub for 6 months.
She is so shy, Beach
before
Teen.
She was socialized enough.
She is
6
so
months
shy.
of being in a bathtub.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to Jasmine has those beautiful pieces, those sketches for the
Oh, those ones that I showed off there?
yeah, she has those up for auction right now if you want to check them out.
We do. Yes. Do you have a link that you can?
Yeah,
put to
I
people?
do have a
Yes.
link, and I'd like to share that with the room.
Yes, and they come already framed. We ship worldwide, and
And they already have, they have some bids on them, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So check them out. If anything, I always think watching those are fun.
Yeah,
I-
that's true.
Kind of like watching stuff. I don't know. Aw, I'm so happy you love our kitty. I'm very proud of Rio. She's such a cutie. She's such a success story. She would we're lucky we found her.
Yeah.
She's lucky we found her.
She's very lucky
Yeah.
we found her.
Oh, it's
And
so,
she was a
it's so bony in those
troublemaker.
tires, Jasmine.
I know.
Or those wheels, rather. I guess they're not
Yeah.
tires.
No, they're not tires. They don't have rubber on them.
Yeah.
A little bit more bony. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if
There
there's
we
been a
go.
newish episode, but no spoilers in the room. But WandaVision's getting really weird.
I haven't seen any of those.
Do I have any fellow WandaVision viewers in the room?
Me. I don't even know what
Or
it
let
is.
me ask you. I know WandaVision was weird for some people at first. Have there been any people that stuck with it for a while and now they do like it? Because at first people were like, "What is this?" You know, it really started people scratching their heads. They didn't understand it.
I remember you trying to describe it to me,
It's-
and I still don't really understand.
It's still the thing is it's such a out of the box concept for Marvel.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's a Disney Plus property, isn't it?
it is Disney Plus. People said love WandaVision, it's so good. Beach Teen says yes, I'm caught up. WandaVision fan here, says Rocket Girl. At our house we love it. We're waiting until all the episodes are out, Lisa says. Our
Oh, and
kitty
then
went over to the
bending
Rainbow
them.
Bridge. Oh, well, Kelly, I'm sorry. Kelly Sarah.
What is it?
Our kitty went over the Rainbow
Oh no.
Bridge this week. 19 years, though. That's so lovely.
Yeah.
That's a good kitty. I mean,
That's a
I'm
good,
so
like,
happy you got
a
to spend all
nice
that time with
long-
that good kitty.
No, it is good.
And I say good kitty because I don't know bad kitties.
All kitties
I don't
are
believe
good
in
kitties.
bad
You don't
kitties.
believe in bad kitties. Oh, some kitties are bad.
Actually, I have the
Gamera's
newest
pretty
episode on
awful,
now,
actually.
so no spoilers though. But
Yeah, don't spoil things.
much lines up with the '60s comics.
Oh, are they comics before?
There are some parallels there. But I don't know all the bits and pieces. Honestly, stay with it. They piece together as they go. I agree. WandaVision's awesome. I'm happy that you guys are enjoying that because I think it's I could see how someone would, be geared up for like seeing Captain America beat up a bunch of Nazis or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not quite that. So you'd have to stick with it. It's more of conceptual
Oh, okay. It's
rather
less
than
action-y.
action-packed.
Gotcha. No.
But yeah, I'm sorry about that, kitty. But that's 19 years. I've never had an animal for 19 years that wasn't a person. I've had Jasmine for like 24
Yeah.
years. I've had Jasmine for 24 years. Does that count?
That's a long time. Make him look a little sad because he's a dead horsey.
Okay, someone says it will line up with Doctor Strange 2
Oh.
for next year. So it's that Disney is very clever. They're having their TV shows line up with the movie. It is under the category Marvel Cinematic Universe within Disney Plus,
Okay.
which makes it kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. James says, my cousin has a farm with lots of kitties. If you want any more, I'll ship you one your way. No, we have Jasmine's father's like that too.
There are several that live in our back alley that, I mean, if I didn't have these three, I'd probably try to start socializing one of them.
Beach Teen says, I think WandaVision is geared up for the older generation because I doubt young people would get some of the references.
Oh.
That may be Beach Teen, but I say a lot of the references I got, or the formats and stuff, I got merely because Nick at Night existed. Because I wasn't around during a lot of those, like the first couple of episodes where they were older episodes. I wasn't alive during that, but I still appreciate it because I watched all those old reruns.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a TV nerd. So I don't know.
That's true.
It just depends. But I don't know if, now there's so many options. Why would somebody bother with Nick at Night at this point if they were around now?
I don't know. Is there I bet there's a Pluto channel or something that's like Nick at Night.
Well, on Pluto, there are some individual channels. Like I watched a bunch of Family Ties.
Yeah.
And it was strange and surreal since I wasn't feeling well. It made it all the more odd.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about
But
that.
I kind of like situations like that. It makes it even more weird. Like I had a fever dream and Alex Keaton was involved with all of it.
It's like when I was recovering from surgery one time and I was watching that Van Gogh movie, Edge of Eternity, the one that's Willem Dafoe playing him.
Oh yeah.
And I had gotten surgery, I think, like that day or the day before, and I was like after having general anesthesia, like really kind of not with us.
I understand.
Didn't know what the heck was going on, and it's kind of a dreamy sort of artsy movie.
Season 1 of 2 of Daredevil, I was on painkillers after a surgery.
Oh yeah.
So I very much understand.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing the kitties of the backyard. They're so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yes, for those who don't know, I have been
Jimmy Jr. Pesto is like
he is
one of my favorite things in the world.
Grumpy little dude.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
I just want to grab him and hold him all day.
I know.
Does anyone, in the room, does anyone have a particular like old TV show that they're really fond of? Or one I like a lot is Bewitched.
Bewitched is good. I watched that when I was a kid.
Now, Jasmine, you like I Dream of Jeannie as well?
Yeah, I liked that one too.
If you could choose,
yeah,
what do you think is better, I Dream of Jeannie
I think
or Bewitched?
Is much better. I like Bewitched a lot better.
Do you like it because she's a witch and it kind of shows a witch world?
Probably.
Well, I will say that I Dream of Jeannie also shows kind of a genie world.
Yeah, but I think I Dream of Jeannie was kind of there because Bewitched was there.
Yeah, they're around. Which is older?
Bewitched was, I think, was one season ahead of I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh, really? Okay.
I could be wrong.
But the formats are kind of similar in that there is of course, in I Dream of Jeannie, he's not, in the first seasons, he's not in love with Jeannie yet.
No, he's not. And Bewitched is kind of like based off of the film.
Bell, Book, and Candle.
Bell, Book, and Candle.
That is an amazing film.
I would
recommend
film.
it. I love
that
it.
Movie. Yeah.
Bewitched is good. I had crushes on both Jeannie and Elizabeth Montgomery.
Elizabeth Montgomery is my Uncle Kevin's cousin.
Yeah, that made it weird.
She's not related to me by blood, but she's related to me by marriage. Yeah.
But I think this...
She died. She's not alive anymore.
This idea of having like a magical cutie running around the house probably appealed to, 8-year-old Matt.
You think? Yeah.
But yeah, if okay, Gadgets Martin in the room, he said Bewitched, so he knows. I didn't know if the UK people would actually know Bewitched or know I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I've never watched them in the UK, but why would I have done? Yeah. Yeah, they probably watched some of those. I don't think that... They probably saw them in reruns, like maybe people my age even. I don't know.
Leela says, after I had surgery 12 years ago, the film I asked to watch was Man of a Thousand Faces.
Huh.
Fronendale says, it's The Eyes. Are you referring to Jasmine's paintings, or are you referring to
Elizabeth Montgomery?
Elizabeth Montgomery and I Dream of Jeannie. There are pics of I Dream of Jeannie's place inside the bottle, and it's beautiful.
I was always kind of jealous of her little bottle.
Yeah, she's always stuck in there, though. I felt bad.
know. That's a problematic show, kind of.
Frenadil answered yes, so I don't know
Yes.
which
Yes
one.
to all. It is
To
a
all of it, yes.
disjunctive, so it is a tautology if you say yes.
Okay.
Right. Take my word for it.
They were shown in the 80s quite a bit, says
Okay,
Jesper.
alrighty. So yeah, people my age might have seen them as reruns.
I really like the beginning of both. They're both cartoons.
Yes, they both have animated beginnings, which appealed to me as a kid.
They have laughing, beautiful eyes. Oh, both of them.
Yes, they do. They do. They're both beautiful actresses.
Yeah, they're super cute.
Talented actresses, too, both of them.
But you know me, if like I've had a few posts where it's like these are the girls and when I was little, and they're all always blonde.
Oh yeah.
And Jasmine's like, what? But Jasmine is actually
I was
blonde.
Blonde when you met me.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was little.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know which one I like better, Bewitched or I mean I don't know what could change my mind.
I like the witch stuff more than I was into the genie stuff, but I did think it was neat, the NASA astronaut stuff.
I found that
and that,
endlessly
of course,
cool.
Was made in Cocoa Beach, locally here in Florida.
Yes, I will say that even though Genie's significant other, what's his name?
Major Nelson.
Is it Major Nelson? Because I was thinking that was his boss, but
the
psychiatrist
that's Major Healy. Oh wait.
No.
Hold on.
I like his friend Roger.
Yes, Roger.
His friend Roger's really funny. Is it Roger? But I love Uncle Arthur.
Yes.
From Bewitched.
Yeah,
they have a lot of really good side characters, and Endora is amazing.
Endora is magnificent. I love her. I love that actress. That's Agnes Moorehead. She's wonderful.
I like the I Dream of Jeannie Cocoa Beach NASA location. I think Jeannie
Park
is named after the show. So cool.
Yeah,
Rocket Girl 75 said that, by the way.
Oh, cool. Huh,
you would like it.
I knew you'd like it.
But yeah, it's like you either find this witch and you fall in love and then you find out she's a witch, or you find this, you're an astronaut and you find this genie in a bottle. They're both kind of magical situations.
Yeah. They are. They sound like premises for like an anime, like manga or something, but they're sitcoms.
Oh, Tigger, you're awful. Spend the weekend with Jeannie, but marry Samantha.
Oh, yes. There you go.
I will say that I think of the two, you probably look a little bit more like Samantha, but you're not un-Jeannie-like.
That's true. I do have a belly button, though, and she doesn't.
Yes. But, I'm trying to think. I think when it became more, when Tabitha was born and stuff, I think that it was like, well, as a kid, it's like, well, this person's already like has a kid and stuff. They're never gonna be my girlfriend now.
That's true.
They can't be. So. But Jeannie never had a kid.
No.
But they did eventually get married.
They did get married later on, and then people lost interest in it, I think.
Aw, Leela says, I found my Jeannie, a.k.a. Nigel.
Aw.
Da-da, 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 da-da. Now I've got the Bewitched.
Right? That one is Sherwood Schwartz, isn't it?
I don't know.
And the other Screen Gems?
I don't know my... I know my TV shows not as well as I know my movies.
Okay.
So I can't tell you. But I did like them. I think also fairly good writing. I'd say around that time, the best writing for any show, and I know you guys may have not shown. I think Green Acres is fantastic. Green Acres
is a level of magical realism. Here's that
fantastic.
This is an odd color for a beverage. It looks like my paint water. This pineapple spirulina. I guess that's algae, the blue-green algae. Sorry.
Oh, James says, glad you guys got the pics I sent, and thank you for the compliment, Matt. Oh, no problem, James. By the way, that was in the... I'll put that slideshow back up.
Oh.
I'll end this slideshow here.
Ah, scheiße.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a kombucha. It's,
okay, you scared me there.
Whoa, it's bubbly. I don't want...
Yeah, you don't want to get it on the art.
I don't want
Do you want me to open it?
It's paper artwork, so...
Oh. Jeannie's son was born after the show. He was in the movie. I don't know the movie. Okay. I just remember her being in Harper Valley
paper towels. Sorry.
Oh, paper towel?
Yeah, just going everywhere.
Did you shake it?
Not at all. I don't shake kombucha.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's like everywhere. Seriously.
Okay.
Okay. We just bought this one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did it get shaken up in the car?
I doubt it.
Sorry, folks.
Not as much as... just as much as the other stuff.
Yeah.
And you had one earlier.
Yeah, that one wasn't all fizzy.
I don't know.
Heck.
That That is
I lost like a third of it now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh well, it's all over the ground. Better be good. We have to power wash
James
it.
says
It's
hate
all
it when that
algae.
happens.
What is that?
James said hate it when that happens.
Yeah, well, at least it's not like champagne or something expensive. It's just kombucha. But
You know one thing, and I don't know how many yacht people, or not yacht people. I
Yacht
guess it's
people?
not. Yeah, you know,
Do we know
like
yacht
bust.
people?
You know how people
Okay.
like bust expensive champagne over like boats and stuff
well,
like
you're
that.
supposed to when you have a boat go off for the first time. You're supposed to saber champagne
Okay,
for the night.
that's another
a
thing I
sword.
don't understand. I've seen people saber
Yeah.
champagne on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and it would break the glass at the end.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink that thing.
You don't
I'm not
want
gonna
to drink broken
potentially
glass.
drink broken glass. Is anyone else afraid of that?
Kind of, but I've never.
And who has a
I'm
saber?
not yacht people, so I don't know.
Who carries around a saber?
Poseidon. I don't know.
Poseidon has a trident.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the boat.
Oh, you're supposed to put the coins on the
They
bottom.
do that. Disney boats even do that. They
Yeah,
mint a special coin that has Donald Duck on it, and they put it underneath the cruise ships to pay Poseidon, and that's why they haven't crashed.
I think I need to buy some diving gear.
Exactly.
I want that. Starwin says, my dad got along with his mother-in-law about as well as Darren and Endora.
Oh.
Whenever his mother-in-law would visit, he asked where she parked her broom.
Oh, no.
Things went down from there.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, I'm terrified of sabered champagne.
Sabered champagne.
I'll have none of it. You
We
know,
did a
I'll
thing
go
where
on
you
your
had,
fancy yacht, but I'm not going to drink your glass-filled champagne.
When we were, God, I forget if it was when we were in Kentucky or France, but somewhere with Larry and some artist friends, and they had 2-liter bottles of pop that they were cutting with a, must have been Kentucky, with a, like a katana.
Oh, that's cool.
How you can cut it. There's a way you can do it, and you can cut it perfectly in half if it's hanging from a rope. Otherwise, it just bounces off. It's really hard.
A one of those epic fails.
Oh gosh.
Where it shows
a
a gentleman and a 2-liter bottle of some soda.
Yeah.
And he swings at it like looks like a mighty swing. This is all in slow motion.
Okay.
With his katana or something.
Yeah.
Like a katana. And it bounces off. The way that sword, now this is very slow motion, it turned into wobbly rubber. The metal.
Oh.
Like it went whoa, 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 but then it like reformed because apparently that's what happens in slow motion.
Yeah.
And the world is a terrifying place.
It is. Yes.
Because things are constantly bending and reforming around us all the time.
Oh my gosh, yes they are.
Yep. I'm done.
I'm done.
So, Jasmine, it's about halfway through our broadcast.
Yeah.
And I was telling people in the room, if you just came here,
you
know the little book I read from? I left it at the office.
Yes.
So I apologize. I had it there in prep because I was going to take a photo, and I was going to make a little thing, you know, like the little things I make. I'll show an example. We've got like Rio, something like that. And I was going to have like a little music with the book, but I forgot it.
Maddie.
So.
Oh yes. Are you gonna...
But I wanted to talk to the room about one of the strangest stories. That's like that. A weird phenomena.
Unexplained story.
Yes, an unexplained story. And this one's just plain weird. I think it's too weird for the book.
I think it is too.
Now, I don't know how many people in the room listen to something like Coast to Coast.
They have had somebody on Coast to Coast talking about this one
a few times.
Yes, they have.
So, if you know what Coast to Coast is, it's basically
Coast to Coast AM, the
Coast to Coast
show.
AM.
Yeah, it's a call-in radio show that will let pretty much anybody on.
Right. So it has everything from pop science would be probably the most I'm trying to think least controversial thing. And then all the way to like lizard people with lasers in their eyes.
Yeah.
So they have everything conspiracy theory up to some light but hard science.
Yeah.
So this story, I don't know even where it really fits into that. It's kind of paranormal because people don't know.
You know, I kind of lump it in I could be wrong to do so, but like with the Bell Witch story, sort of.
Yeah, it is kind of that. The story, and I'm curious if anyone in the room knows it, is about Jeff, the talking mongoose.
Yeah.
Now, we have briefly mentioned Jeff, the talking mongoose.
I briefly mention him pretty much every day of my
yeah.
life. Yeah.
Well, because it's such a weird story.
It is a weird story, and I love it so much. Yeah.
Jeff, the talking mongoose.
True
I have
story,
the Wikipedia
yes.
page open. If you guys want to go look at the Wikipedia along with me, because there's a lot of
just
weird facts.
Just to prove it's real.
Well, is it real? You know,
no,
what
it
the heck
is heavily
is Jeff?
contested
And
in scientific
it's
circles.
Interesting spelling of Jeff. It's G-E-F.
G-E-F.
And
Jeff.
so you guys know what a mongoose is. A mongoose is like it's in the weasel family, I believe.
Oh yes, I've seen them wild in Africa with like a whole bunch of them.
Oh,
running
really?
Together like in a pack. Yeah.
Okay, so this is about a talking mongoose,
Mm-hmm.
and the story is from the 30s, the 1930s.
The 1930s, and it is in America, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's the
Where
Irving's
mongooses
Farm.
don't live.
Well, it
normally.
says the Irving's Farm was located at Cashin's Cap near the hamlet of Dalby on the Isle of Man.
Oh.
The story was given extensive.
Okay.
So
yes,
this actually
it
happened.
Is. It's Manx, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Irving's claims gained the attention of parapsychologists and ghost hunters such as Harry Price. So this is about a talking mongoose, but so much that it got the attention of ghost hunters back in the day.
Yes. Back
and
in
these,
the 1930s.
I mean, this is like early ghost hunting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't know about Ghostbusters. There was no, walking
this
marshmallow
would be
guy.
Like outposts of
Right,
the
this was
spiritualism
the
camp,
era
sort
of
The-
ectoplasm coming out the nose and a lot of fake stuff.
mediums and
Right.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yes, the fairy
post
things.
stuff.
Very,
Yes,
very
things
interesting.
like that.
So I'm going to read a little bit of the story portion of this,
Okay.
and you can
I
stop.
have not seen I've not read the Wikipedia of it. I just know it mostly from having read about it in other books or listened to people on,
Right.
radio.
In September 1931, the Irving family, consisting of James, Margaret, and a 13-year-old daughter named Vory. I don't know if
the 13-year-old daughter is what makes me think poltergeist when I hear this too, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Claimed they heard persistent scratching, rustling, and vocal noises behind their farmhouse's wooden wall panels that variously resembled a ferret, a dog, or a baby. Now, don't you find that description weird?
I do, because
how is a ferret like a baby?
Dogs and babies make very distinctive and very different noises from each other. Yeah?
Yes.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I've known a lot of ferrets.
Leela and Nigel
dogs
saw
and
their pictures in the slideshow.
Oh,
Very cool.
okay.
I'm happy you enjoyed that. According to Vory, Jeff was the size of a small rat with yellowish fur and a large bushy tail. So basically, guys, this thing was in a wall. In this family's wall, and they thought it looked like
or in the Isle of Man. It's one of the.
In the Isle of Man. The Irvings said that Jeff, they gave the name, he had the name Jeff.
Did he say his name?
He introduced himself.
Yes,
yeah, according to the
that was
Irvings,
it.
a creature named Jeff introduced itself.
That's what I think of with the Bob's Burgers episode with the ghost. I think
But this
that how
happened-
the ghost name is Jeff, and how
Yeah.
he says his name is Jeff, and why that's a silly
Yes.
name, and this kind of is too. I don't
So
know.
he said, so Jeff, this thing that lived in the wall, talked to this family, and it said, I'm a mongoose. I was born in New Delhi, India, in 1852.
Is this the origin story for Ricky Tikki Tavi? No.
No, this is weird stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it is like Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Well,
I don't know.
that's British people with, well, it's like in the Raj era, but
So
yeah.
that's all the info we have there. But the Irvings go on to say that Jeff communicated to them, and he was either an extra clever mongoose, an earthbound spirit,
He wouldn't be a mongoose because mongoose don't talk.
and a ghost in the form of a mongoose.
That would make more sense.
But
because I
this
know
is
about
what
mongoose.
Jeff said to them. Okay, this is almost sounds like a warning.
What?
Tell me if this would freak you out if you heard this mongoose in a wall tell you this.
Well, that'd freak
Okay.
me out of any mongoose.
The mongoose says, Jeff says, I'm a freak. I have
Okay.
hands and I have feet, and if you saw me, you'd faint. You'd be petrified, mummified, turned into a stone or pillar of salt.
Sounds biblical.
So, yeah. So these people,
But they saw him though, right? I mean,
they
saw
did see him.
he had a
Apparently the
yellow
children
tail.
saw him. I'm not sure how they saw him, but they saw him.
Lying.
The Irvings made various claims about Jeff. He supposedly guarded their house and informed them of the approach of guests or an unfamiliar dog.
Were they troubled a lot by unfamiliar dogs?
I suppose.
Okay.
They said that someone had forgotten to put a fire out at night, Jeff would go down and stop the stove. So he was kind of looking out for them.
Okay.
But at the same time, he's like, if you saw me, even though the children saw him,
but they didn't.
They'd turn into a pillar of salt.
They didn't turn into pillar of salt. Or
I guess not. Maybe children are safe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's thoughtful of them.
Yeah. So now, I mean, I love weasels, but it would scare the crap out of me. If
yeah,
this
that
happened.
would be weird.
They said that if someone had... Oh, I already read that part. Yeah. The Irvings claimed Jeff would also wake up people when they overslept. So he was like an alarm clock.
Well, this would have been before people had phones.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know what these... Was their house painted with lead? Sounds like a little too much
yeah, I was going to say that they had that yellow wallpaper that had arsenic in it.
Maybe they were on peyote or mushrooms and they shared them with the children. Or, children like to go along with stories.
This was during Prohibition. When was
so
this? Yeah.
This is what they fed the weasel, Jasmine.
Okay. He's a mongoose.
He's a mongoose.
Okay.
Sorry, they fed the mongoose.
Yeah.
The Irvings say they gave Jeff biscuits, which are cookies, biscuits, chocolates.
They give you biscuits,
chocolates and bananas.
Hell yeah!
And food was left for him in a saucer, suspended from the ceiling, which he took when he thought no one was watching.
How did they know this?
I don't know. The Irvings claim the mongoose regularly accompanied them on trips to the market, but always stayed.
How would they not see him?
I don't know, but they said I don't understand that part.
Okay,
but
that
always stayed on the side of the hedges, chatting incessantly. So this mongoose followed the family to the market.
Okay.
And would just talk.
Like to Wegmans.
He would go to the Wegmans. He would go to.
I guess it's Isle of Man.
He would go to Myers. He would go to Publix. Yes.
Yes. Ivy, Price Chopper.
So Jeff the mongoose. The story of Jeff became popular in tabloid press.
I bet.
And many journalists flocked to the Isle to try to catch a glimpse of the creature. Several other people, both local and visitors, came to have heard Jeff's voice, and 2 claimed to have seen it.
Okay.
However, physical evidence was lacking.
Well, why didn't they? I mean, they would have had cameras then, 1930. I mean, Wizard of Oz was made around.
Well, they didn't catch him on camera.
Okay.
Footprints, stains on the wall, and hair samples claim to be.
When they came to the market with him, why didn't they just take a picture outside the store or whatever?
That he'd hide the whole time.
But he'd go with them to the market?
I'm not going to answer for these people.
Okay.
Footprints, stains on the wall, and hair samples claim to be evidence of Jeff were identified as belonging to the Irvings sheepdog. As were several photos were claimed to be by the Irvings to depict Jeff. So they were all so whenever they took a picture of Jeff, it looked like it was their sheepdog.
Well, this doesn't seem very convincing.
Margaret and Vory Irving left the home in 1945 after the death of James Irving. They reportedly had to sell.
How long was it? If he was around since 1930, is the mongoose 15 or something now?
I don't know.
Okay.
They reportedly had to sell the farm at a loss because it had the reputation of being haunted. In 1946, Leslie Graham, not Senator Leslie Graham, no, the actor, who had bought their farm, he bought the farm, claimed in the press that he had shot and killed Jeff.
What? This is a horrible story. I have not heard all of this. This is on the Wikipedia.
Yes, the body displayed by Graham was, however, black and white and much larger than the famous mongoose. Vory Irving was certain that it was not Jeff. She died in 2005.
Someone could have asked her about this.
In an interview published late in life, she maintained that Jeff was not her creation. So she's saying it's real. Other reports, guys, that we've heard on Coast to Coast, Jeff. Jeff used to sing hymns.
Yes. So there was a religious aspect to it.
He would sing Christian hymns.
Yes, he would.
And people would come around and they would listen to the hymns.
And there were some sort of politicians that met him at the time. I was thinking it was British, so it could have been like not a prime minister or somebody of note came and met.
I think Jeff escaped.
You think he escaped? You don't think he was killed by an actor who bought the farm?
No,
Or
I
the
think
fuckers-
Jeff
or
escaped,
suckers-
but there have been
sorry.
reports that, yeah, and it's not on the Wikipedia, but I know
Okay.
for a fact that there were reports. People thought that they used ventriloquism.
Yes, because
that-
some people thought it was the teenage kid, the daughter who was living there.
Yes, people thought that was a poltergeist or a ghost.
Yes.
And
I think that's why I kind of lump it together with the Bell Witch.
but contemporary media scholar Jeffrey Sconce writes that the most
a coincidental name. No, sorry.
okay, so contemporary media scholar Jeffrey Sconce writes that the most likely explanation is that this was an extra clever mongoose. It was imaginary companion created by the Irvings, extra clever daughter.
Yeah, the mongooses don't have mouths. They can't talk. They don't sing hymns.
If you
they
guys
don't go,
have
they don't live
seen,
in-
if you guys have seen the episode of Bob's Burgers where they have Jeff the ghost,
that's what I was saying.
yeah, I think that there's a parallel there.
I think that's so too, because he introduces himself as Jeff, and it's the teenage daughter who's 13 who is making up the story, and she's not sure if she's made it up, but it's getting attention, so it kind of gets away from her.
So,
and his name's Jeff, and he tells him that on a Ouija board.
What does the room think about Jeff? I mean, we don't have a lot of info. I just think it is just a bizarre story.
It is. That's why I like it. It isn't like a lot of the usual story. This is just a gummy eraser I'm opening up. It looks like candy. It's an eraser. I'm going to be erasing some of the lines on here now that I've got the ink down. Go ahead.
The thing that makes it paranormal, even though because Jeff himself claims to have, to
have been from India
in
where mongooses can come.
18 something.
Yeah.
What grocery allows mongooses to shop?
What? Yeah. Well, I brought.
Or is it mongoose?
I brought a ferret to a Price Chopper once.
Yes.
He got loose in the bagel bin.
I have also snuck ferrets into.
I brought ferrets
stores.
all sorts of places. Yeah, we had them growing up, and I love them.
It's important to sneak your ferret into a grocery store because it's hilarious.
Well, it is funny, and then they start running around, and then people who don't know what ferrets are like, "What the heck is that? And why is it here?" And
it's funny. I think a lot of people have seen ferrets, but back in the day when I had my little Kiki, people were like, "What is that?"
Oh yeah, people think it was a raccoon, or a cat, a skunk,
rat, like a really long rat,
like a really long rat.
But
no one, a baby with a snake. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
So I really want to be. I wish I was a fly on the wall in that house. Now, do you think that the family just kind of humored the older daughter, or the daughter?
Yeah.
Or do you think that they had brainwashed themselves, as people can do?
Yeah,
do you think that they have tricked themselves that Jeff was real?
I think they might have eventually tricked themselves thinking that he was real, or that they were getting attention from it, and they liked attention.
I know people can believe some weird stuff.
People believe all sorts of weird things.
So I'm not putting anything past people anymore.
Things. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard weird stuff come out of people.
Sure.
Even as of late. So I don't know what to think about people anymore. But Jeff is one of those little things that's kind of close to my heart.
I like
because
him.
I love little furry guys like that.
Yes, it kind of has a cryptozoological element to it because it does have theoretically an animal that is not behaving like regular animals.
The fact that he's extra smart, talks, and claims to be the spirit of a guy that died in New Delhi is weird.
Regular mongooses can talk and say dumb things.
But the thing is,
they don't talk at all.
No, they don't talk. But if a mongoose does talk, it's weird. Plus, he's also claiming to be this Indian guy.
Well, I think it's. I thought he was saying that he, as a mongoose, much like Ricky Tikki Tavi, had been born in India, but then was living with a British family. Okay.
Because I thought he said that Jeff introduced himself and told him he was a mongoose. Oh no, he said he himself was born a mongoose.
Yes, he said he was born a mongoose.
Okay, I don't understand that. What is Jasmine erasing? Just the red and blue lines?
The red and blue, all the pencil that I had drawn the picture with to begin with, the red and blue lines that are still up on this one. I'm erasing all that because now when I scan this in, it will only have the black line. So when I scan it in and it is uploaded to the factory that makes the metal outlines that later on the pins are made out of, and the enamels are poured into the pin outlines, then it will just have the little black. And then, assuming I don't tear it up or like throw this away or something, I will try not to. And then Maddie will probably eventually put this in a frame, and we'll put
Will do.
Might as well.
I want you to paint Jeff.
Jeff the Mongoose. Oh,
I want you to paint Jeff the
I'll
Mongoose.
paint Jeff the Mongoose.
Because maybe you could have one of the daughter there or something.
That's true, yeah.
And
I have painted a lot of girls.
Maybe he
with
could be singing hymns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I think is funny too.
I just think the story needs more press.
I think so too.
It is bizarre.
It's odd that he'd be a Christian mongoose if he was born in India.
If he's singing hymns and yeah. Well, if someone told me that a few houses over that there's a singing mongoose that lives in the wall or they can talk, I would go and look. I would go look.
I would cross the street to look at that. Yeah.
From line art to shipping the pins, how long of a process is it?
Till when Matt ships them out eventually.
6
it can
weeks.
be a minimum 6 weeks, but usually
it's
longer.
a while.
Yeah, it takes a lot because we package everything up ourselves, so we're like sticking them on the cards and putting the backs on them, putting little plastic bags and all that. And it takes some doing.
That question made me tired, Tigger.
I'm sorry.
But it's nice having Brandon's help too.
Yes.
In fact, we will get the next batch out. We will get it in plenty of time. Usually we shoot for the 10th.
Yeah.
Last month was didn't really work out for that, but we usually shoot for the 10th.
Yeah.
But you guys are always pretty understanding.
Yeah.
And I dig it.
It's like we're just
sorry. I appreciate
people. We're not
oh, no problem, Tigger.
So.
Twitch ain't all the work. Goofing off when talking to you guys.
No.
Did you decide if arsenic will be 2 pins, Martin?
Yeah, what I think I'm going to be doing is putting the 2 pins of them together on a little card that kind of looks like the background in there, bigger than usual, and I think that would be the best way because I want to keep them together. I think it'll be cool. I might do it as a special Patreon pin or a special pin for something. I don't know yet, but I think that would be the best way to approach it and keep them together.
Yeah, this is so fun to watch you do this.
Huh?
I really like it.
Yeah, I always like doing odd stuff too, not just painting. There's lots of aspects to this job.
And now I want to go to all the different grocery stores everybody mentioned. Oh, we could have competitions.
Gelson's is another Southern California one. Gelson's.
That one good. Is that one
they're kind of fancy.
is kind of a new idea to me. I don't know many of them.
Gelson's, Ralph, but Ralph's they got
Ralph's is pretty good.
Yeah, they're Safeways. Ralph's is good. They're pretty solid.
The picture of the door has the bone cherry in it. Leela's slideshow.
Oh, cool. But yeah, I still have the original painting of Bone Chariot. I think it's like, I want to say like 50 inches
5,600?
No,
Oh.
50 inches. Not how much does it cost, Jesus. But no, like how tall, it's like 4 or 5 feet tall, like with the frame. It's got a really cool sculpted frame.
Yes, it is super cool. I think we got a follow or something.
Oh, is it the magic noise? I'm glad Rio got to
now
be
I got the little
Twitch.
Jeff song stuck in my head.
Jeff.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
Jeff. Well, thank you.
Casunade.
Thank you.
Hey, Jasmine, did you play a musical instrument in high school?
Yes.
What did you play?
Well, actually in high school I just played guitar, but with middle school and elementary school I played a variety of brass instruments, mostly French horn, but I also played baritone, sousaphone.
You sound so happy
I
about
didn't
it.
like it. They were the free instruments. If you didn't have your own instrument, you got to play the school's brass instruments. So it was tuba, baritone, French horn. I played trombone. I played trumpet, cornet, bugle.
Things you like force wind through?
Yes, any of the brass instruments, a lot, and they would basically, it'd be the same. You could kind of play the same music for a lot of them, and they'd be the same part usually if it was for. Sometimes there wouldn't be a French horn part, but it would have a baritone part, so I'd play the baritone.
Oh,
I didn't like having to carry those.
Casanade said, "Oh, no problem. You're so talented. Love your uniqueness."
Oh,
that's a sweet thing to say.
Yeah.
I didn't play anything, and I avoided band. I didn't want any part of it.
I did guitar later in high school, but that was just for fun.
That's for fun. I was talking about in school.
Yeah, that was like for.
I played the recorder, as we called a flutophone.
Oh yeah, everybody had to play recorder at school.
Like 3rd and 4th grade, and just kind of follow along with the teacher. But yeah, I didn't want to play a musical instrument.
I played piano.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just
but
not like.
Is that something is that universal, playing the recorder?
Probably.
In elementary school?
Our school, you had to like everybody in class would go to a music class and you had to learn how to play. That's kind of like where they first teach you how to read music.
Gadget says, "I played the fool at school." Me too. I certainly did that. I think at times I probably frightened people with my foolish antics. I was quite the goof off.
That was scary in high school.
And you know what? I don't regret it. I'm happy I was goofy in school.
Me too. If anything, I wish I had gone to school less.
Well, yeah. Oh, Kelly Sarah says, "I played the recorder." And that's a British person, so...
Oh, okay.
Maybe they're doing it there, too. Makes me...
See,
I did not pair it with the idea that it was cool, like Zelda. Like, Link plays the recorder.
That's an ocarina, isn't it?
He plays the recorder as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the whistle, it calls it.
Yeah.
In the first one, he has a recorder and an ocarina. The ocarina came later. Jeez, Jasmine.
The whistle is actually a flute, though, isn't it? It's like a panpipe.
Not his. It's
What's
long
the
and has
when
holes
it's
in it.
two? When it's only two things. Fawns have them.
They called it the whistle, but the game makers probably didn't know what to call it. I played the bookworm and became a librarian. Oh, Leela, I didn't know you were a librarian. That's cool. Wendy Morris said, "Hi from the UK." Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, lots of UK people.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did anyone here play any instruments? Katie says, "I can play an ocarina and the Peter Pan flute." I've got an ocarina I got from the Ren Fair, Katie.
Oh yeah.
And I can play a little bit, but it's not very good. It came with sheet music, or not sheet music, but I don't know, instructions. Mm-hmm. And it has some Zelda songs on it.
I played, my family had a very old zither that was like from the 1800s.
Cool.
I could play, kind of. And a hammer dulcimer I could play.
Oh, I had a friend who played the dulcimer. It was really popular with homeschool kids.
Yeah, we had several dulcimers that belonged to Robin.
Yeah, I remember. I remember my friend Kenneth when we were at church, and he had I was like, "Hey Kenneth, what you got there?" And he's like, "It's my dulcimer." I'm like, "It's your dulcimer?" I was like, "What's that? That looks cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I gotta play it in front of church today." And he was like, and I've never seen a more bored kid in front of the church, playing his little I don't know, some sort of thing.
Biscotti had some dulcimer.
Bubba Spence says, "I took cello in 5th and 6th grade and took it up again 50 years later during COVID."
All right.
And Leela said, "Hence my love of books, a librarian."
There you go.
Crispy says, "The recorder was a beginning music class. I played the piano, but in school, I was the only choir person with all band friends. I played the clarinet in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade," says L. Hertz. SB Reynolds says, "Piano, flute, and French horn."
Hey.
Katie said, "I play ukulele, guitar, electric bass, and mandolin." Dang, Katie, I didn't know you were so musical. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Grinchy says, "Trombone."
Yeah.
There we go.
Trombone is one that the mouthpiece on it is very similar to that and to the French horn, but there are no keys on the trombone. You just have to do it by extending them.
I had a bugle thing from the Royals.
Oh, nice.
Can you? I mean, you know what I'm talking about? The thing that Bart had, and they filled it with beer.
Yes.
What's that called?
I don't know.
But I don't like the feeling, Jasmine, when I they say put your lips together and like
And buzz,
it hurts so much.
It does. And
I can't stand it.
It numbs it terribly after you do that for a few hours. I hated it. I didn't ever want to play any of those.
I don't like that.
That's the only free ones that they had back then.
Lennian says violin when I was in school, guitar now. Yeah. Katie says I adopt instruments, then pick them up quickly. So you have a little family of instruments. But yeah, you know what I like? What? That I've really never gotten into, but I like the drums.
Oh,
the drums
cool.
are fun. I remember when I mean it's not the same thing, but I think it's you could. What do you think, Jasmine? If you play Rock Band, are the drums most like the instrument they were supposed to be? You think?
I've never played Rock Band other than that one time, and I just did singing.
Well, singing obviously is singing.
Yeah, that's the only one I did.
But I like playing the drums and singing, and that's all I wanted. I didn't want to bother with the guitar.
No, I like playing a real guitar, but I didn't really want to play it as a video game. I don't know. What I'm doing now is I'm putting a little date and signing my name on these. Because they're more or less done. So my next step eventually will be to scan these in probably in the next week and start the molds getting made.
Well, what you gonna do now?
I'll probably get might work either on Unseelie Court Vanity or on Zombie Kitty. I'm not sure.
Do you need me to put up the little bumper?
Maybe just for a minute.
Okay.
But I want to show these off real quick, closer.
Katie said that's why Rock Band was so awesome. A lot of fun it was. And Katie also says we got to drum sets for Rock Band and to do drum off challenges. Oh, that's fun.
I like the Beatles Rock Band. Is that the one we played?
That's one of them. I'm sure we played a couple times because
what's that?
We played both types of Rock Band.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of wanted it.
With
they don't make it for any of the new systems because people don't like that sort of game anymore. Like
well,
Moss.
I literally played it like once or twice. I don't know if I'd play it again, but it was fun. It was kind of like doing karaoke or something.
Matt is like Sir Phil Collins drumming and singing.
He is. Matt, I get him confused all the time. But yeah, there'll be the horsey, and I'll make the bones kind of similar to whatever color I make the horsey, and I'll make the bones glow in the dark. And I'll probably make the little skeletons, maybe on the chariot, maybe the one she's holding. I'll make those glow in the dark probably too. Yeah. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on these, but the line art is more or less done, so I'll be scanning that in. I'll show you my Pantones that I look at. This is the a printout of them. These are the actual enamel colors that I look at when I'm deciding which colors of enamel I want to put in the different sections of the pins. So it's like, you know.
That's so wacky.
It is, yeah. A lot of work goes into this, man.
I feel like I'm at Home Depot when
so like if I have one of these, I would scan this in, and here's like a scanned in version I print out just on regular paper. This is of Zombie Kitty, obviously. So what I want is I'll look at the enamels and then I pick what colors are close to that. And this is like a mock-up that I later do like in Photoshop or whatever. And these are all colors that I've gone in and found the numbers for, and then I've decided, hey, usually I do 6. Sometimes if it's more complicated pin, I have to use more colors, and those take a lot longer to make, and they cost me a lot more to make because there's a lot more different enamels, and they take a lot longer, but 6 is good. So if you look at this, every color that's in here is one of these 6 colors. So I'll probably be looking at this, and then I've got some other Pantone swatches that are for the glow-in-the-dark enamels, because I know I'll be picking some of those too. So that'll be something I'll be doing later. But that's after I've scanned in the line art. And then the line art itself is something I give to Matt and he could frame. And we'll probably put on eBay. But I'll keep you guys posted when I figure out what month or whatever I'll be releasing this. Once I find out the convention schedule too, which conventions we're going to be open this year and stuff, that might change if I want to do special, convention exclusives.
Well, we've got about 3 minutes to raffle.
Oh, go ahead and do the raffle first. I'll start.
Okay, we got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
then,
we can just chat about whatever.
Yeah, and then after that, I'll probably need a short break to set up some painting stuff here and get some of the drawing board out of the way.
Okie dokie, that sounds good to me. Sure. So, let's see, we got About, yeah, just a minute and a half or something to raffle.
A little bit more. I don't mind leaving a little bit of the colored pencil in there, since I mean it's just gonna go to whoever wants the artwork eventually. And when I put it in Photoshop, I can, or the people at the factory can just look at the black lines for it. They know to ignore any scribbly blue bits.
So Jeanette really likes the glow-in-the-dark pins. April
I think
says,
they're fun.
paint by number.
Yes.
I'd love it. That'd be so cool if you had the paint by number.
I think so too. There was a company that asked about it a while ago, and hopefully maybe that'll turn into something.
El Hurt says, good luck, everyone.
For the raffle.
Rochamel says, I love seeing the pictures of everyone's tattoos scrolling across.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we put it there.
Tattoos.
It's a nice visual interest.
I love seeing the tattoos.
Just like the glow-in-the-dark ones, too, and the glitter ones.
Oh, yeah. That's always fun.
I love the glitter ones.
There's one or two that glitter and have glow-in-the-dark. And the glitter will kind of like spark. Huh?
You could just make it wacky.
Ah, yeah. Well, I've seen ones like Disney makes. I don't know how to design them, but like ones that have like little, almost like little Christmas lights and things in them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. 15, 13, 12, 11.
Peeling off
10,
the masking tape.
9,
I've just taped the
8,
paper onto here. So
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh.
Okay,
let's pick that winner. We're gonna do it. Low Pack 13.
Yay! Congratulations, Low Pack.
Not Low Pan,
Not David Lopan,
but Low Pack.
And here we go. Yep, all done. Turned out so cute.
All right, Low Pack.
And then Maddie will frame them. Now,
There we go. Do you want me to go ahead and put up that bumper?
Yeah, go ahead and put up the bumper, and then I will be back in just a few minutes, and I'll be back to working on a painting. Not sure which one. I'll see which one I feel like working
Low
on.
Pack, Tim's won it. It's a
Low
you'll
Pack
see.
one.
Low
But
Pack
we'll have
13.
another prize in right at an hour, and that will be when we spin the magic prize wheel, and we don't know what it will be.
With Kurt Russell. Yep, exactly, Fronadell.
Be back in a minute or two.
Yes, low pack 13
pack.
won.
Low
Pack 13. You
there-
won second raffle.
Did he not know that he or she won?
No, people keep asking.
Oh.
Who won? Who
Okay.
won the second? Low pack 13
Low
did.
pack 13.
I'm gonna get a
Everybody
T-shirt that
chose
say
you.
low pack 13 won.
Wow, that would be a deep cut joke. Yeah, that's pretty meta. Yeah.
Oh, you guys
Sorry,
crack
that's
me
loud.
up. I love it.
So I'm back to work on Zombie Kitty. Looks
Low
like.
pack 13 said email sent. Yes, low pack
Yes,
13.
Low pack.
You
thank
are not
you.
messing around. Get my
Yeah.
T-shirt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zombie Kitty. So is this not working?
Well, should be.
No, it's not. I agree that.
Oh,
it
okay.
should be.
Let me I will.
The thing's not flashing.
I'll do the bumper. And good.
They're kinda.
That was weird.
Eh,
That was weird,
that was
guys.
some
Okay.
mongoose weird.
It was not as weird as Jeff, but yes.
I like Jeff.
So Jasmine, what you working on there?
Zombie Kitty.
Oh my gosh,
This
she's
is one that
beautiful.
how I shown you the line art I had done that a few minutes ago when I had the Pantone swatches out. That would be the pin version of it, and this is the painting version of it. Sometimes like with Bone Chariot, I did the painting years ago, and then I'm just now doing a pin. With the Zombie Kitty, I did the pin design, and now I'm doing the painting. So kind of works both ways. And this is one I believe somebody's already bought this one, right? The painting. The original, rather. Manny?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Oh,
Huh?
I said, has somebody bought the painting on this?
Yes, that painting is sold,
Okay.
and they are lucky, man.
Oh,
That is a cool painting.
it's gonna be cute. Yeah, and then of course this will be our March pin of the month. Yeah, she's cool.
Aw, who doesn't want that kitty?
I know. I think of our icky kitties that
I was gonna
in
say
the
that.
yard.
Yeah,
And inside.
if I had that kitty, Jasmine,
Uh-huh.
I'd want to give that kitty a bath, but then I'd be afraid that
What
that
pieces
kitty
of it
might
would
kind
fall
of
off in
yeah
the bath? No.
fall apart a little. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, it's probably like church and Pet Cemetery.
Yeah,
Oh, Mama Wolf.
you know, I bet the whole zombie kitty probably stems from when we've lost a kitty and our wish to have them back in some way.
Yes, it's like at
It
least
just-
like a little stuffed toy version of it. Or something.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
just
man.
kind of manifests itself in something kind of sort of dark, I guess.
Yeah,
But you know, we all cope in different ways, don't we?
that's true.
Yeah.
I think I've painted a few zombie kitties or resurrected cats in one way or another, and that's probably true. I don't really think about it, but yeah,
I always think of Mama.
think about my kitty cats a lot. Yeah. Well, that one zombie kitty that I did. This is actually my zombie kitty. The zombie kitty was another painting I did, also with a zombie cat in it. That one looked just like Mama Wolf too, and it was
Yeah.
after she had lost one of her front fangs. Remember?
Yeah.
And so I gave the kitty in that painting one tooth. She was fine without it though.
I always think Mama will come back like a zombie.
Probably. She was cremated, but yeah.
Jeanette said, "Lucky person that got that."
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. We will have prints of this though.
Yes.
And again, starting in March, starting tomorrow, it will be the pin of the month.
Mm-hmm. It's a
So
celebration.
if you are
of-
not a Patreon pin collector yet, you've got like a few out, like 7 hours still to sign up for February,
you
and
could
you can get the
Clockwork Valentine.
Clockwork Valentine, which is the one that Low Pack 13 one. Yeah, we've got the Clockwork Valentine one. And then next month is my zombie kitty. So the painting I'm working on right now is the pin that goes with it. So you get both of those to start off with, which is pretty cool. And I just found one of these so I can show it off. The Strangeling logo pin.
Woohoo!
That's just for Patreon patrons.
Katie says that new Pet Sematary remake scared me. I never saw it.
I didn't see that one.
Though, my favorite part from the Pet Sematary that was, what was that, from the early 90s, is Gage.
Oh,
I like the little kid.
Boy. Yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, funny little Gage going around with his
some of my little
surgical
cousins.
knife, cutting Herman Munster's Achilles tendon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Everybody's got to look under the bed because Gage might be there.
yeah.
I'm not afraid of Gage.
You're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not afraid of cute little things.
Uh-huh.
I can't be. I'm not afraid of them.
Uh-uh.
John Lithgow is in it, and dude's amazing in it. Well, John Lithgow.
Oh, I like John Lithgow.
I mean, it's probably no Harry and the Hendersons, but it's probably pretty darn good.
I've not seen Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, Jasmine is missing out.
Really?
Jasmine, you like John Lithgow?
I do like John Lithgow.
You like
I like cryptozoology.
You like cryptids?
Yeah.
You like oh, that's about it. If you like those two things,
I do like those two things.
you might like Harry and the Hendersons.
You know me better, though. Would I?
No.
Okay, well, so I don't. So I might not.
I don't think you would like Harry and the Hendersons. No, I don't think you would.
Okay.
I like it fine.
So it's okay for you to like, but not me.
But
I just have better taste.
But honestly, I can appreciate different aspects of film that I don't expect others to have.
Oh, sure. You might like it something because it's nostalgic and
anything.
I never saw it. So,
his character in Dexter season 4 was my favorite for John Lithgow. Oh my God, Katie, I agree with you 100%.
Yes, he's wonderful in that. He's wonderful in Buckaroo Banzai.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
I bet Buckaroo Banzai is better than Harry and the Hendersons.
No, it's not.
So I would like Harry and the Hendersons more than I would like Buckaroo Banzai.
I don't like Buckaroo Banzai.
What?
Huh? No. You might. Ugh. I don't like the Buckaroo Banzai. It's awful.
I bet it's better than Harry and the Hendersons.
It's awful.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the John Lithgow character in Dexter,
yes,
in my head, put him in a legendary status.
I agree 100%.
Best season of Dexter.
It was the best season of Dexter. Agreed.
Scariest Thanksgiving scene ever.
Scariest family dinner ever. Yeah.
Wow.
That's so awkward. It's so tense.
Incredible.
That's very well done.
Thank you for your subscription, Wild Elf Fairy.
Thank you.
22 months. My gosh, that's almost 2 years. You're crazy.
Like, you could just stage an elephant in that amount of time. Isn't
Dexter's dad, Fronadil says. No, John Lithgow was not Dexter's dad.
He is not. Oh wait, unless he is.
You think Dexter's dad was the best?
Oh, Dexter's dad was kind of bad.
Dexter's dad was, but he taught Dexter how to cope and
oh wait,
be
his
good.
bio dad?
I'm not sure.
Dexter's bio dad.
Dexter's bio. I don't know who Dexter's bio dad is. I know his bio mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lithgow was great. I actually liked Lithgow in The World According to Garp a lot. He was great in that.
And he is great in Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Fronadil said John would have been a role model for Dexter. Yeah, but in a bad way.
Yeah.
In a bad way. Dexter kind of has a good thing going.
He does.
He's kind of got like Lestat, how Lestat goes and will kill a bad person versus
yeah, he's got a vigilante aspect.
Yeah,
he's not just being.
Otherwise, we would not be endeared to the character, probably, or it wouldn't go as many seasons.
Yeah.
I hear they're bringing Dexter back. To be honest, as much as I love Dexter, I thought it went a season or two too long. So them bringing it back is kind of.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what's going on with that.
If it's very different. If this is like after, is he living under a different assumed name or whatever? Where's it show?
Don't know.
It doesn't it show him ending up in Alaska,
some
like on a
sort
fishing
of
boat? Or wait,
cold
no, he's
wooded
like
area.
Is he a lumberjack or something?
He's cutting wood he lives in a cabin.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if it. I don't know if it said where.
I don't know either.
It might have had a location, but I don't know how.
I think it was Alaska. Maybe I'm just writing bad fanfic in my head.
The thing is, he can't go back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He can't go back to
If
Miami.
he's living under an assumed thing,
Yeah.
you have to think, what's he going to do there? Is he going to become a park ranger?
But maybe
or
we should back
something?
off because I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I've read all the books.
Well, Jeff Lindsay takes a different route with Dexter. So,
yeah.
Fronadil says it could
This
all
show's
change.
better than
Well,
books. What's that?
it'd have to. It'd have to be a different weird thing.
Yeah. It'd have to almost be like how Better Call Saul is very different than Breaking Bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same once you do adopted sister has a crush on you. It's far too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably still check out the new season. Yeah, if you're... yeah, I hear you, Katie. That is kind of uncomfortable. Those for me, a little bit.
Oh.
Leela says, well, folks, I'm going to bed now, so you take care. And I'm
Good night, Leela.
going to check under the bed. LOL. Big hugs to y'all. Gage will not be under there. If
Maybe
he was just
Jeff.
pull him out
Jeff
and give him
the
a kiss, he's a
mongoose.
cutie.
Yeah.
Give him a kiss right on his forehead and
Aw.
tell him a little bedtime story and get cozy. He's a funny, cute little boy.
Like Jeff the mongoose.
Dexter could be
Never mind.
anywhere. Deer Hunter 25367 says, can you ask Jasmine how she found confidence in her art, please?
Ooh.
That's an
interesting
big
question.
question.
I don't know. It's always been something I've felt like I was good at since I was a little kid. So it's something that I probably got attention for when I was very small, like 4 years old or whatever. So that's getting positive attention for doing something that you enjoy doing and that you're also perceived as being good at makes you feel confident about it because it's something that you have completely within your control. And then when you have that, you can explain it to other people or use it to show other people how you feel about something. So I think it just lots of practice, and when you practice something over and over again, it becomes very second nature, and you can just start drawing or painting, and makes you feel like you're doing something that you're good at.
So you feel emboldened. Or
Yeah.
you had felt emboldened. Now you're just bold.
I don't know. I guess
Well,
so.
I'd say knowing Jasmine
Mm-hmm.
with art, she is remarkably confident. Now, if you say, "Hey,
Do you
Jasmine,"
say confident or competent?
confident.
Okay.
Also competent.
I'm a competent artist.
But that
Give me
sounds.
a C.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
no,
kind of.
The
But I did not say
competent
that.
drumming.
What I will say is that, yeah, Jasmine is confident in her art. But for example, if we're like, "Hey, Jasmine, do you want to try this new thing?" You know, and it has nothing to do with art. Like, I don't know, go through this obstacle course.
Mhm.
At first, you might kind of be a bit apprehensive because it's not. You don't professionally go through
Yeah, but
obstacle courses. But with painting, you do have
yeah.
that confidence just from doing it over and
Yeah.
over and over and over again. So it's that whole repetition and getting and you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
You feel in
after a while,
control.
it's like you feel like if you're clocking in at a job working at Dairy Queen, which is like one of the only other jobs I've had. I mean, if your first few times you're like, I don't know if I made the ice cream right, but then after that, you just do it, and you can talk at the same time, and your hands are doing it. You don't have to think about it anymore.
Fronadil says paintball. Yeah,
I'll do
you can do
paintball.
paintball.
No, that's actually I don't know if that's a good example, babe, because I'm pretty active when it comes to things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like obstacle course, you said.
sure. I love stuff
an
like that
obstacle
myself.
course. What's that?
I love stuff like that
Yeah,
myself.
I'm-
You and I are fairly athletic.
Yeah, that's
we
what I
run around
mean.
and
I'll
we're-
play at just about any sport.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah. I'm not bad at basketball.
I'd say that you have
Yeah.
you certainly have a competitive streak within you.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that translates on
The confidence
On
or
the-
to sports?
the Twitch.
I don't know. I don't think this isn't competitive, especially
No,
as far
no,
as
no,
Twitch
that's
goes.
what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
like a video game. I mean,
No, but
yeah.
if people were to, I mean, people may not expect that or would expect that of
Oh, I don't know. That I'm good at baseball?
you. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good question. A Fronadil says we do that for our daughters. We praise them for their artwork.
Yeah.
That means so much. Never.
It really
Like, don't do
does.
the opposite. That's really, really
Yeah,
bad.
if somebody's not
Yeah.
good at something, just don't mention it.
Right.
But if somebody is good at something, tell them that, because that makes them feel like there is at least something they're good at, especially if they're feeling bad about other stuff. Being told that you're good at something or having it pointed out if it's something you spent extra effort on is always appreciated.
Yeah, I would I myself encourage children in what they say they love.
Yeah.
What they're
that's what
interested
you like
in.
to do. Often that will end up being what you're good at because that's what you do all day.
Exactly. If
Or
I see a
vice
kid,
versa.
I mean, I'm not a parent, so this
No.
only goes so far. I'm only an uncle.
Yeah.
But if I like with one of the kids, and I mean, let's say it's one, I don't know, they're playing a clarinet. It's
Yeah.
like they really don't like it. I'm like, well, I would not necessarily encourage them in that because they're like, yeah, I got to go to.
Like with me,
I gotta do clarinet.
playing the French horn. If I would have been like, God, I hate the French horn, you would have probably told me if I'd been your kid, you would have been like, oh, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I'd say, well, is this for a grade? I mean, what are you doing it for? And if it was for a grade, I'd be like,
I
well,
don't
okay, just do it for your
know.
grade. I would not encourage.
know.
I've never been fond of parents that force their
Well,
force
that wasn't really
hobbies on their
that.
kids.
It was more
I hate
like I
that.
just knew I wanted to learn how to play instruments, and that seemed like the free way to do it as a kid.
That's
you know?
fine. That's you making that choice.
But those were the only instruments they had for me were the brass instruments, and I just didn't like them.
Yeah, but I've seen. I don't like the pushy parent that does that.
No,
That-
but no,
but that's probably one of the
it
reasons I
wasn't
don't
like
have
a
kids.
class
Maybe I
or
would be
anything.
one of those. I don't want to be that guy.
I don't know. I like all my nieces and nephews have had a lot of extracurricular activities and things. I didn't do any of that sort of
Well,
stuff.
I mean, I've talked to like a couple of my nieces and nephews and say,
Uh-huh.
hey, man, I don't care if you got straight F's. It's not going to change my relationship with you at all.
No.
I mean, I'm still going to be
You know,
goofy
he's
Uncle
worked
Matt, and
for
you're still going to be the
Jasmine's
thing.
Pin Company.
That's
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
parents and you to deal with. I don't care.
I
If you
don't.
got straight A's, I had a lot of friends that got straight A's. So what?
Mhm.
That doesn't. I mean, I'm proud of you.
I got
That's
straight
good,
A's,
but whatever, you know.
yeah.
So maybe I'm a bad parent. I would be a bad parent. El Hurt says, speaking of grades, that is what I'm doing, grading papers while
Oh.
listening to you.
Hey.
That sounds awful, El Hurt. I'm sorry.
Well, that's important.
Grading papers. Well, it sounds grating.
It sounds grating on my nerves.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But I don't know. I think in the neighborhood I grew up in, I don't think children are necessarily encouraged to do anything.
No.
I don't know. So maybe I come from that sort of
I
background.
don't know. Yeah.
I don't know how many success stories came out of my original neighborhood. I'm not saying there aren't. I just don't know how many.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect too many. And that's probably that could be a socioeconomic thing too.
That
I don't know.
probably is, yeah.
El Hurt says, "Got to do what you got to do. Got to get my work done." Absolutely, I hear you.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be a bad parent. Tell my kids that. I don't care for your grades. Just have fun in school. See, that's what I would be.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, hey, you know what? You know what's more cool than learning about Japan in a book? Let's go there.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
so
true.
I'd be that sort of
Yeah.
person. I don't know. Maybe I'd.
Well, you have the
Jasmine always says, well, you know,
opportunity
if does this kid want to go to school? Would they have to go to school?
yeah.
You know, school is
School is for everybody.
And school is absolutely important in a lot of subjects, but some is kind of I scratch my head at
People learn differently too.
what's that?
People learn differently too.
They
School's
definitely
not that
do.
best situation for everybody.
They definitely do. So again, you can tell by me rambling on. I'm not or should ever have kids. I have bad ideas about things. School is for the social education. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's
probably my
that. I
problem.
don't know
Yeah.
enough about that. I imagine if that's the case, that children are probably not. That's probably a sad time for kids then.
Yeah, I was
lately.
gonna say having to homeschool during
Yeah.
COVID and all.
I mean, yeah. Jesper says, yeah. Then you have to pay for the kid to live and can't afford to go to Japan. Darn it. Well, just I guess
yeah.
we've kind of.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's probably why we
But-
go on vacation more, because we don't have kids taking all our money.
Although
Oh, no.
Jasmine's dad had 2 pennies to scrape together, yet
Oh,
they
yes.
went on
We traveled
driving vacations around the
constantly,
country,
yes.
at least in our country.
We'd spend $49 on going like a trip across the country. It's
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, there is.
I'm often reminded of a person, and they worked at a store in Kansas City area, and I was like, hey, you know, because I could tell by looking at them, they were kind of nerdy. I know that sounds, you could just kind of tell. They worked at a
Okay.
shipping store,
Okay.
and
Do I know this person?
no,
Alright.
you don't know them. They don't know you
Oh, okay.
probably. But I said, hey, you know what's really cool is going on right now is a Ren Fair, And they said, oh yeah, I've always wanted to go to the Ren Fair. And I said, but I can't because I have a 4-year-old.
What?
They said they couldn't go to the Ren Fair because they have a 4-year-old.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm like, well, the 4-year-old probably wants to go to the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think that people will have a child and they think that
their life ends then.
Something.
How long do people bring their kids to Dragon
Something.
Con? I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
That freaked me out. Frontendale says, and your ideas are probably not bad. You didn't turn out bad. Your ideas will make more kids like you.
That's true.
I don't know if I want that though. But yeah, I didn't understand that guy. That guy and I were coming from two very different things. Because I'm thinking about my niece and nephew. They were like, I mean, their parents work at the Ren Fair, running around acting like goofballs.
My stepmother worked at the Ren Fair. I mean, lots of
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I won't bring that up again. That was just kind of weird to me. So it's like, yeah. And then I think of how them going out leisurely for one day at the Ren Fair, how different my life is, where I do the Ren Fair, all these cons, do all this massive amounts of traveling and whatever.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm thinking, wow, this person probably just goes home.
Yeah.
Goes to work, goes home, goes to work, goes home. April says, I've taken my kids to the Ren Fair and Mega gone, well, yeah,
sure,
there you go. Of course, April. I think that's more normal.
Has stuff for kids.
I think that person was abnormal.
Children's, that's what I mean. Maybe they don't know that there's stuff for kids at the Ren Fair. I mean,
I told them. I sold the Ren Fair, Jasmine. I said it was cool. I didn't even talk about your artwork. I was just saying there's a cool thing going on now. It's a Kansas City Ren Fair.
Yeah.
It's a half hour from here. Go have fun. Nope.
That's bizarre.
Oh, are you... Okay, said me too. April, after April Gardenia said that, Frontendale said me too, and goes, oh wait, I married you, lol. Well, oh, you guys. Yeah, I figured that out, April. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everybody holds their baby and looks at it and says, how can I enrich this child? But sometimes more than that, it's like, how can I keep this child safe? And I think that safety is absolutely important, but sometimes we might worry so much about that we don't let the kid experience life. And again, I don't know what I would do with a kid. In fact, I might be changed. It'd be difficult to say. Yeah.
I don't know. I've known people have changed a lot when they've had children. I see people, I've known some people that are identical if they have children or not.
I've had friends that I felt I've lost after they had kids.
That's true also. Yeah.
And I can say that it's not me changing. It's like everything becomes different. They become more all into rules and become more strict individuals within themselves.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, oh, yeah, you're not the same person, and that's okay. They've made that choice, and they're doing it for their kid probably.
Yeah,
that's okay. Frontendale says, "LOL, after 3 kids, it's safety, and a lot of don't do that." Well,
yeah, probably. That's true. People might be different with the first kid born than the subsequent ones.
Ange says, our Ren Fair has an adult-only section with a cheeky theater and bar area. That sounds fun. Maybe they thought they would be missing out on stuff like that with kids.
Maybe so.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the Kansas City Festival doesn't really have much of that. So it's...
he probably didn't want to also go there himself and leave his poor wife with a 4-year-old.
That could be, too.
I brought babies to breweries. Katie says so many different characters. Dude, I bring kids to pubs in other countries.
Oh, well, in England, I mean, you can bring kids to pubs. I mean, sometimes they'll have, like, McDonald's-style play
because a pub is different than a bar.
Huh? What's that?
A brewery is different than a bar.
Yes, a brewery is different than a bar.
Yeah, it's different. It's not like you're taking them to a nightclub or a pickup place. I mean, it's...
No.
Yeah, right.
Maybe you don't bring your children to it.
Change from team kid to team parent.
Yeah.
Virginia Lily says. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have to worry about it, so ha!
Me either. I can have children.
I've got cats that I barely wrangle.
Cats that I'll put up with.
No, they kind of tell me what to do. I don't know. They push me around.
The cats tell you what to do more than we tell them what to do.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I'm hungry. I'll bite your nose if you don't give me food. And I'm not making it up.
Yeah, they will.
I have to hide my hands in the morning because Cameron will bite them.
I know.
Cats and kids are similar.
I've always assumed so.
Well, then I'm happy I don't have kids. Apparently, they would not shut up about treats.
Oh, probably.
And they would bite me in the face when I was sleeping.
That's probably true.
Yeah. But I would love them incessantly and think that they're the most beautiful things ever, so
yeah.
I guess there's that too.
I'd probably paint pictures of them as
Yeah.
zombies. Yeah. Actually, if I had kids, I'd probably paint them all, like pictures of them. I don't know. That'd be weird.
Nigel said Leela checked under the bed and the face hugger was giving Gage a kiss. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. You know what though? I think that it's fun because I have a different appreciation and different view of kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will look at a situation and sometimes see a kid and in an unfortunate situation, I'm like, man, that mom's a kind of mean. I'm glad I'm not that kid. I side with that kid, you know.
I always take the kid's side. I'm a sucker. Yeah. It's
because we're probably still in a extended rebellious stage, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never left that because we never had the kids.
Cats are perpetually adolescent kittens, really.
After all the duty, you kind of have a different outlook on kids. I still love them. Says Brennan. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's I think, I mean, kids do say the darndest things, and there's a purity there. I love.
Oh, I love the honesty.
They're the whole Emperor's New Clothes thing. I mean, they'll fib, but they will often say the blatant truth.
You can usually tell
they don't know.
Fibbing. Yeah.
They don't have those skills. Those social skills yet.
They're not manipulative in the way that adults are.
In a way.
They're more straightforward about things. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been around the kids for a while, but one thing it's a phenomenon Jasmine's witness is a child, even the good kids, they will often start beating on me.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. It's like, hey, look, there's Matt. And I'm like, I think it must be like a, hey, look at me sort of look. And then like, oh, we're going to go punch that guy and he'll react hilariously.
It will even be like cousins of mine that you barely know. Or,
I know. They'll immediately start beating on me. And I don't know. It's like, maybe I look like I can take a good beating.
Yeah. I don't know. People just like beating the tar out of you.
They both hog the bed, cats and kids. I imagine if we had kids, they'd probably jump, but hey, wake up,
Kachima's kids were often like that, even just that they'd stay over.
Well, I think they're cool.
I agree.
And they're funny.
Yeah.
The kids are funny, man.
A lot of the kids in our family are very funny.
I think that's one of the coolest things about kids.
Yeah, they'll have. I just assume talk to them.
They make me laugh a lot. I have good conversations with them. Yeah, meaningful. Sometimes poignant and thoughtful conversations I'll have with a child that I can't have with an adult sometimes. So it's kind of neat. Enough about kids. We're done with that talk now. Back to grocery stores.
Mommy hour, yeah. Grocery stores, children.
Yes. Man, we talk about a lot of topics, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do.
What is your favorite zombie movie, Jasmine?
My favorite zombie movie.
Maybe they know they can practice beating on you and you won't be nasty because you're cool with it. And that's
yeah,
cool.
That's true. He's not like a strict grown-up, so they're not going to get in trouble.
No, but I do have my grumpy moments.
Yeah, it's true.
It's if I'm working, you know. But we're all like that, aren't we, Jasmine?
Yeah, I am.
That's why I try to. When I am working, I try to keep the kids at a distance because I don't want to see them see me working.
Yes.
Don't let them see me like this. I try to be the cool uncle too. So there's always that. Jasmine's the cool aunt.
I'm pretty cool.
The tattoos are cool. Did you ever find a tattoo artist that did your work almost perfect?
Oh yeah, there's been several that are very
so
good.
Many.
Some of them look just like the painting. It's like they just printed it out like with a temporary tattoo machine. It would look pretty much the same, so it's pretty good. I've seen several people that's done a magnificent job. I don't know what my favorite zombie movie is, Maddie. It'd probably be something that I'd have to think about whether or not it was a zombie movie or not, too. And then I start thinking about weird movies.
Well, I think it can be certainly a gray area.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things that are zombie-like that could fit into that.
Jay Lindquist's book, Handling the Undead, is probably the best book about zombies I've read. He wrote the vampire story, Let the Right One In.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Let the Old Dreams Die and Little Star. He's written a lot of. I like a lot of his books. But Handling the Undead is one about zombies, and it's kind of approached in a realistic sort of way. That is kind of sad. It has a child in it who returns from the dead also to his mother who's mourning him. That's an interesting book. I don't know if they'd made a movie out of it. It's in Swedish. Or, yeah. I don't know if they've done a movie or they've done an English version of it at least.
Oh, Kalira's back. Hoping their connection's more stable.
Oh,
me too. Fronadil says there's a game called Zombicide.
Oh.
And it has a ton of great zombie miniatures to paint. Very cool.
Oh, like a tabletop game?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Fronadil, there is a... Do you ever imagine yourself in different lives? And we all do. There's one life where all I did was play tabletop gaming.
All you did is play Warhammer. And
yes, because it is so neat. But I see the devotion.
I know. I loved.
And I'm just. I don't want to dive into that
and...
shallow. I'd want to go all in.
Yeah. Remember, Chris would do all those armies like for thousands of dollars. He'd paint all.
Yeah, it just seems engulfing.
Yeah, it is. It's something you got to really dedicate yourself to. But
I think right now where I am with managing video games, with work, with just existing and hanging out with Jasmine and the cats, I think I'm in a good place right now. I'm giving them all
anything
time.
else would be too much dividing of your time.
Right. Fronadil plays Warhammer, but I see something like that as like cool. This is going to be that extra. All that extra time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It's like you'd either have to stop working out working out or exercising, or stop doing something and start doing that instead.
Right, but it's fantastic.
Or cutting
it is
your
cool.
video game time.
I want to live. I want to live that. I want to have one of the mats that exist. I hope in an alternate reality he's just like constantly playing Warhammer, and not Warhammer 40K. I like the fantasy-based one.
What was the Warhammer that was the fantasy battle, the armies?
Oh, it's Warhammer.
Yeah, just plain Warhammer.
Yeah, Warhammer. And then there's also was ones where you had a troop.
Yes.
And I can't remember where it's just like you had a troop.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like you could have a army like a 10 Skaven and they were like your little guys. I don't remember what that was called. But it was part of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Not quite full-on battle and not like little individual guys, like role-playing.
Yeah.
The Age of Sigmar is the new Warhammer fantasy. Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's probably way after anything I would have known.
Yeah, Brandon and I were talking about that, and I was telling him how people are really, really into it. I love it that it's old school.
Yes.
I know there are Warhammer games and whatnot that are.
Like computer games.
But I love the old. It's so old school. You could have played it if they would have known about it like 300 years ago. It doesn't even matter.
Nope.
Of course, the figurines would not be any plastic.
Yeah, well, to be fair, when I was little, usually they were pewter or something.
Right, they were pewter once upon a time.
Yeah.
But man, I actually, if you check out Twitch, there's a lot of people who paint miniatures
in the
painting
category.
Creative area.
Yes, definitely. If you like painting miniatures and things, there's some
it's
very
just so cool
people up there.
Yeah, I love watching that.
Yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, if you like watching people paint little statues is fun too.
Yeah. Fronadil says they've made all kinds of divisions in the game, so you can play pretty much any way you want. That's too cool.
That's good.
There are so many cool games. Like talking to my friend and coworker, assistant, whatever it is, Brandon. He'll tell me about all these. He's like, you should play this video game. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds so cool. And I just have to pick and choose. And I really have to like pick and choose. So I mean, I've had a lot of.
That's why he's your assistant. You're not his assistant.
But Brandon's making that his business. Brandon's got a vested interest in video games.
Yeah.
He wants to design and make them and write stories for them and create them and do all of it.
And work for Strangeling.com, damn it. I know.
He's got to have his own path.
I know.
He's got to have his own path.
He's just a good worker.
But lately, The Witcher 3 has caught my attention. It's brilliant. I love it.
I haven't seen you play that at all.
Witcher 3 is great.
Yeah.
I'm really, really into it. At first I was very confused by it. So confused that I started over.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, I was about an hour and a half into it, and like I I really want to, now that I understand a few things, I think I want to go back and start this over so I understand it better.
Okay.
So I went back into it, but I mean, I don't know how many hours I have into it now, but I had to start it over because I felt that I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to do that if you misunderstood something really early on.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I wouldn't have made my character do this if I knew it was going to affect things later. You know.
Well, you remember how I was telling you how I like to exploit the game within its rules.
Yes.
I felt like I wasn't able to do that with The Witcher, so I had to start over and deliver some points in a different way because I didn't know what I was doing with the point system.
Gotcha.
Not to bore you guys, but yeah, that cough did not sound good. Hope you're doing okay. Okay, Valfera, I want to tell you something about Jasmine and also her sister Kachina. They have the scariest sounding coughs ever. I mean, Kachina especially. It sounds like.
Well, mine does when I have the burkles.
Yeah. But get a magazine subscription and just look at and enjoy the games.
There's that. You can just watch people on Twitch play them.
But yeah, Jasmine's sister Kachina, she's just a tiny little thing too, and she has the scariest cough. I was like, how could that come out of you?
Sound like a sea lion's caught.
It does. It sounds like a sea lion. So I think that's
garbage
there's something
and,
bizarre. But yeah, I understand. Thank you for your concern.
Aw.
I gave up on the video games for other games. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I play World of Warcraft, but not much other video games. I guess I might be missing out on the cool video. No, you're not missing out on anything. You're playing what you want.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on Warcraft. Am I? I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Because you're playing video
Exactly.
games.
There's too much to concentrate on.
See, and I'm not doing either, even though I like tabletop gaming, and I probably would like the video games because I'm painting.
Exactly.
I would miss out on painting if I were to do that. I just can't.
So I limit myself, and I play. Wow, sea lion and a garbage disposal. That's pretty descriptive.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't hear it though. She doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. I hope she's not watching. But yeah, I remember her cough was what my mom, when I was little, if I'd have a cough like that, she'd call it a croup cough.
Oh, did
and
you?
my mom
was croup when
I did.
Little.
I had croup.
Yeah.
I had croup. I had all sorts of problems.
I had whooping cough.
It almost ended me.
Scarlet fever.
Oh yeah, you guys had weird stuff.
If you had it in like the 1700s, then I probably had
Jasmine's lucky she's not on an island for some bizarre disease.
I do have the tuberculosis. Oh, I don't really. I just test positive.
I love it. The descriptive use of language, it's my favorite. Well, Jasmine and I, we like
words.
We do. We do. We I think that's half of the way we entertain each other.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jasmine and I just chat.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of that.
We get along good when we're talking.
That's what we're doing now. Yeah, that is what it sounded like, the croup, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So my mom, since she was kind of had, I mean, like almost PTSD for me, like seriously almost passing away as a small child.
Yeah.
If not for modern medicine,
sure,
I would not be here.
You've had
and I think it really bothered her.
Uh-huh.
So whenever she hears that cough, like I can see her mom scared face go off, and that just would scare her. I remember being more concerned about her feelings than my own health, and that's what a son would do.
Aww.
But yeah, Jasmine you were in hospitals more than me as a child.
Oh yeah, it was a
up to like
thing.
I stopped having to go to, like, it was when I was like 7 and younger.
Yeah.
And then I started growing, and me physically
outgrew,
growing
like, your
helped
asthma
my
or
trachea
whatever.
widen.
Yeah.
And
that's often what happens with kids who have asthma. When they get older, their body's bigger and they're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had asthma issues, but I also think there was a time, I swear, where I eventually, and it's not going to make sense to anyone, or it might, where I got enough cardio that I broke away from my asthma.
Oh, sure.
I know that doesn't sound...
I know exactly what you're talking about because, again, I had problems with childhood asthma, but I got very into cardio fitness and things, and that...
I think you can turn it to a minimum.
I think you can, too,
Yeah.
because now I know my lung capacity is way higher than it used to be as a
Exactly.
kid.
If you increase your lung capacity, I think that you can
like those
destroy
machines that
asthma.
make you go breathe in at the doctor.
Right.
And everything.
You just have to get to that point.
Yeah. It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, well,
Not everybody's willing to put up with discomfort.
Cardio is... I mean, if you asked me, Matt, which would you choose? Would you choose to continue to lift this weight until you just continue to lift bigger weights, basically weightlifting, or would cardio?
Both,
I'd be like, I would choose the weightlifting because it's
cardio is
easier
difficult.
in a way.
Yeah,
cardio is more challenging in my opinion. That's the sort of body I have.
It's more exertion, I suppose.
Right, but I have kind of this. If you guys have met me, I'm kind of got this low center of gravity. I'm not a very tall guy. I'm kind of.
You're
I'm a bit stocky. I'm kind of geared towards that. I don't have big, strong, or I don't have legs for running.
Yeah.
And I'm not built like that. So cardio is harder for someone like me.
Yeah, that's true. I'm more.
So I have to work for
more
cardio.
Pointy.
There's some people who can just, they've always been able to run like the wind. So it's different. Yes, I know what croup is, as I watch a lot of medical programs, like the inside the ambulance, Matt. Kieran knows about that. Fronadil says that's the empathy you need to be a good parent. Quit trying to convert me, Fronadil. But
I can't have children, so you gotta find somebody else, man.
What's that?
You'd have to find somebody else, man.
Oh, I can't make them. That's the whole reason those first 2 seasons of
from your vasectomy.
Yes, I was fixed.
You can get those reversed now.
They should have ear tipped me.
They should have ear tipped you.
They did. The doctor did say after they did the surgery that it was reversible.
I know, yeah.
But I did not want. No, I don't want to do that.
I can't have children, so you'd have to have them with somebody else.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not gonna. That's okay. I don't wanna.
You don't want children.
No, I'd adopt if I did.
Oh, yeah. I would too.
Well, that's how it is. Like the
children.
kitties.
It's just like kitties. No, I have a maximum of 3 cats I can have at once. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, there's also the problem. Jasmine and I talked about Gamera, our scary kitty. I could bring her over in a little bit.
She's a scary cat.
Okay, most of the time I'd say, oh, that cat's a little bit naughty, but they're great around baby. I do not trust Gamera. She
might kill a baby or something.
I could see that.
It'd be like,
Gamera's
she
crazy.
She might actually kill it. She'll hurt things.
And after 3, I got my ear clipped as well. You have kitties good enough. I agree. I'm gonna get the Gammy for you.
Oh, that's right. I'm painting the kitty cat right now too.
Oh, Gammy, you want to go to mommy? This creature.
Oh,
she would bite the baby's nose.
She would bite. She'd probably lay on its head and smother it.
Yes.
She'd bite it in the eye. She goes for soft tissue, like around the neck and like on your temples. I mean, she's awful. Yeah. Here. Where's a puppy? Oh, there's a baby black bear. She's honey.
But she loves us, and she
does.
She expresses
she's usually a lot of the time she's just a cozy little honey. Like she's a cozy little baby blackberry. I'm gonna be my honey.
She is if she was like that all the time.
Yeah,
man.
She's often good. Like, look, she just cozy.
Ange Hoffman says, "I'm 53, no kids, no regrets. I'll stick with the fur babies."
Oh.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, you bring your kids to the booth.
Yeah.
I love to see them.
Sure.
Kids are fun. I think
kids.
they rock.
Yeah. I am fun to children.
Valfair says fur babies still count as babies to everyone but the IRS.
Yes.
Dependent no more. Hey,
Yeah.
she was a good girl there, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yay.
She's. It's only really maybe 1 out of 5 times.
But
she'll attack.
every morning, what is what I'm
Every
saying.
morning she does,
if I
yeah.
didn't protect myself every morning, she would.
Yeah.
I would have blood marks on my
anytime
nose
that
and
we're
my
here,
hands because I don't know what is wrong with her. that
No,
she
she's
bites
something's
the
wrong
nose.
with her. Yeah,
She
she'll
bite
bite
our
you on the
noses.
nose, and when you're literally, and she'll try to get your eyes and around your eyes, and it's not nice. The inside of your wrists and under your neck and stomach. If she sees my tummy, and she'll try to get that. It's not good.
Kids and games, you got to pick one. Keep your pick. You two are doing well together.
I picked painting.
Yeah. And the our business truly keeps us busy. I mean, Jasmine's
I
not
would be a
joking.
negligent
We would have to
parent.
conscript these kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'd probably get took away pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we would just they'd be forced labor.
There would be forced labor. There'd be child laws. Yeah, it would.
It is not fun, James. But I love the cat. You know, it's kind of a, what do you call it when it's a love that that's you always forgive for. Why can't I think of the term? Unconditional.
Unconditional
yes.
love. Yeah.
I have unconditional love for the cats. I forgive them for everything.
I do for all cats, even bad cats.
I mean, Jasmine and I have a thing. It's like, if one of the cats kills us, don't blame the cat.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. I mean, or good. I don't know how. I mean,
Yeah.
I just know that they're cats. You know, I really can't
There's a
blame
cat
them.
when I adopted it.
It's like if I had. I think the guy with the big bears. You know that he loved the bears, right? Or Siegfried and Roy. Siegfried and Roy.
Oh yeah.
They have these giant tigers.
Yeah.
But Roy knows that that's a tiger.
Yeah.
And it's probably, honestly, not very wise
No.
to be goofing off with giant, beautiful tigers on the stage.
Yeah.
But he's like, don't blame the kitty.
Yeah.
That was a giant
That's
kitty.
what
It's just a
kitties
giant
do.
version. If Gamera was a tiger, she would have probably killed me long ago.
Yeah. But she's
Yeah.
small because she's a domestic cat.
Yeah.
But she's actually pretty big. But you know what I mean.
Your relationship is the most important thing. Keep happy. Don't want kids. They are walking test tubes of dirt and disease, but I still love them dearly. It's not for everyone. I remember how, my gosh, with Theo, it was that kid would eat so much dirt.
He would eat. This is our nephew.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, he found, like, there was a piece of candy that had been dropped on the ground, like, at Disney World, and he was like, don't pick that off of the ground, you're gonna eat it. And then, so he gets down on all fours and just licks it off the ground. I'm like, oh, God.
He'd lick banisters.
He licked the floor at the veterinarian's office. If there's anywhere you should not lick, it is the floor at the veterinarian's
Both
office.
he and Ellie would
not...
specifically pick dirt snow.
Yes,
on
snow.
cars and eat that snow.
Yes. They're
versus
all
the
now
white
like
snow.
17 and stuff. They're grown.
17 and 15 now, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, they don't do that anymore, I'm sure.
I
Ellie
don't know.
doesn't.
They might.
Ellie doesn't.
Ellie doesn't. Theo might.
Theo might.
It's like, hey, Theo, you've been eating the dirt snow. Like, yeah, Uncle Matt. It's cool. That's what I do.
Is that how Theo talks now?
He kind of does.
A little bit, yeah. He grew up tall, fast. Yeah.
He totally talks like that.
That's a little.
Yeah, Theo's funny.
Hey, he's my buddy.
He is not a man of a lot of words as a
teenager.
Almost a grown up, but he's not a grown up yet. He might change a bit.
He probably will change a lot.
Yeah.
Grown up, but yeah.
So, I remember how he had his own weird words.
Yes, when he was very little.
His word for sleep was
gosh.
Googa.
Googa.
It's like Uncle Matt Googa. That means Uncle Matt's going, like, making a snoring noise.
Yes,
like,
he was saying Googa to emulate what a cartoon snoring noise was, sort of.
Like that, like a snore. Then he'd call that Googa.
Googa.
And to go to the bathroom, he would say
That was short for bathroom.
Yeah, and trains were Gigis.
Yes.
And Gigi was his favorite animal.
That's one of my favorite animals is a train.
And a dragon was a rar dino.
A rar dino, yeah.
Yeah.
And my name was Momo.
Did the kitty's eyes match the girls in the pink?
Yeah, I'm gonna make them the same color.
And you were Momo, and I was
Uncle Matt.
Mm-hmm. And they said that perfectly.
Yeah, they
Both
said Uncle Matt fine, but they couldn't say I'm Jasmine, so they called me Momo.
Momo. And then Ellie called you Momo by default.
Yeah.
So you were Momo, and I was Uncle Matt.
Mm-hmm.
My niece Jessie, who's a grown person with her own kids,
Yeah.
she'd call me she tried to say Uncle Matt.
Yeah.
But it sounded like she said underpants. So she'd say underpants. And then people started calling me underpants for a while. That didn't do a lot for my ego.
Were you little? Everybody used to be.
I was a young uncle.
Yeah.
So when I was an uncle, when I was like 12, and
Oh,
these
okay.
kids just
Yeah.
it was before they did not take me seriously. I was not
Why would they?
they shouldn't have.
Your nieces
I was
and
not
nephews
a
now don't, and you're in your 40s.
I was no
Yeah.
form of any sort of
Role model?
authority to
No.
them.
Authority figure?
I was not an authority figure.
Yeah.
If I told them to do something, they're like, whatever, F you. They didn't care.
That's kind of great.
So yes, I was a very young uncle. They could,
uncle.
and now they probably still think I'm kind of a joke.
I'm sure.
They laugh at me constantly. I mean, that's like
I
that's
know.
the thing.
I'm not being sarcastic.
No, it wasn't Uncle Underpant. It was just Underpant.
Like Uncle Matt.
Yeah, Uncle
Underpant,
Matt.
Uncle Matt. Oh,
Underpant.
Or like put a whole candied apple in your mouth and say Uncle Matt.
Right.
Or Underpant.
I remember I'd say, hey, Jussie, and
Uh-huh.
she was like, what? And I'd say,
She sounds like Theo does now.
yeah, I'd say, no, I can tell you how she talks.
Okay.
It's hilarious. So I'd say, say Uncle Matt, say underpants, and it almost sounded like the same thing.
Gotcha.
And my other niece would say, the way she said washcloth,
Uh-huh.
sounded like F
Fuck
off.
Or F off. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so we'd
know,
always
yeah.
make her say washcloth,
Oh,
and it was
Maddie.
so funny.
That is pretty funny.
But no, she would talk like this, Uncle Matt,
Yeah.
when she got older.
Yeah.
And she loved the little guy from the little gopher guy from Caddyshack, and she called him Pucker, and she'd say, I love Puckle. Puckle is so cute. And she loved,
He's sort of a
and she was
talking mongoose, isn't he?
wanted to marry Willow from the movie.
Oh,
She's
really?
like, he's cute. I'm gonna
Warwick
marry him.
Davis?
I'm going to marry Willow.
And that's what my niece Willow is named after.
Yeah, she's not gonna marry
And that
my
was your
niece Willow.
niece. What's that?
But
She's
yeah,
not gonna marry Warwick.
she
Davis.
wanted to
He's-
marry
yeah.
Warwick Davis.
I see.
She thought he was gorgeous.
He's
And my
cute.
little sister wanted to marry Danny DeVito
Huh.
or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Either one, whichever.
yes. So I don't know.
It's before Arnold was a governor and everything.
Is there a light behind the girl in the painting?
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna put it kind of in like a outdoor cemetery a bit
But yeah,
with some fog and
Danny DeVito.
we'll kind of have a sort of pet cemetery vibe. Not like Stephen King, but like a pet cemetery.
Gotcha.
But also probably a little bit like Stephen King. I've never seen the Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Twins.
Twins?
I've
It's
never
all right.
seen it.
I mean, as far as Arnold movies go, it's not my favorite. It's not really an action movie.
No. It's not like Terminator or something.
Yeah, she did, Claire. She watched. Yeah, my little sister used to say, "I'm gonna marry Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny DeVito."
Oh, wow.
And it was always Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. Who am I to stop you? So I was a boy around women. Like everybody was a girl. My dad really wasn't in the picture much. There were other guys, but sometimes the guys weren't around. They would be like,
Yeah.
it's just like felt like I was this, boy surrounded by.
And a bunch of ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd watch soap operas, and
Yeah.
I'd watched all their true crime things that they like, and that's probably why I like true crime today. I'm seriously in the minority when it comes to
Men.
They don't like true crime very
not
much.
as no.
But I'm all about it. So yeah. I don't know. I wonder if we could all go back in time, how much we'd do different or how much we wouldn't.
Like
But
as children,
I
you
suppose
mean,
if we
or-
made those choices, other people wouldn't exist, right?
That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I can't spend time thinking about things like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I can't.
Fronadil says, I like true crime. Cool. That's good. I don't
Let's
know.
go rob
what
a
guys would
bank
do.
now. No.
Home Shopping Club. I love the Home Shopping Network.
Matt loves those
Hey, that's funny.
things.
Yeah, I watch that all the time. It's
And
not,
you
I'm not
watched all
joking.
those Lifetime original movies?
Oh, I
and
love
things
Lifetime
that would
originals, yeah.
mostly, yeah. God. I mean, I like watching those with you, but
Yeah, she grew out of that phase. Yeah, nobody's probably going to like both Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger forever.
No.
But I'd say that Warwick Davis is pretty solid.
Yes. We were on an airplane with him once.
Yeah.
He seemed all right. His wife is nice.
He seems to be a cool dude.
Yeah, he does. I have some mutual friends with him.
Kelly Sarah says, I've got true crime on the TV now.
Hey!
Yeah!
What you watching?
Yeah, what are you watching?
We just added ID Plus, or Discovery Plus, was that it?
Have you watched the reboot of Unsolved Mysteries a little bit, Fairy Bell?
The new ones? Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. That was pretty
lately we've been watching, it's my,
shoot, is it time already?
Yeah, but what have we been watching? Gosh, I love it. It's the roommate one.
Fear Thy Roommate.
Fear Thy Roommate. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
It's kind of like a takeoff of
Fear Thy Roommate. It's like Fear Thy Neighbor.
We've seen ID Discovery. We've seen all those. It's true crime stories about people who have horrible roommate situations, and it's awkward, but it's entertaining.
My favorite ice cream? I don't know what my favorite ice cream is.
One of the best ice creams I've ever had is at Malibu Pier. And it is a saffron ice cream that is just fantastic.
All right, I gotta pick a winner.
Oh yeah, so Matt will pick a winner, and then we will we'll have the spinning wheel thing.
Alice's Wonderland 62.
Oh, I thought you were saying what they won. So Alice's Wonderland 62, you are the winner of our third prize this evening. We do not know what your prize is yet, but Matt will be popping up a magical wheel.
Yes, I will pop up the magical wheel.
And I look like this, and it will go over here. Somebody's raiding us too. I heard noises.
We got raided with a party of 5. We're about to end our.
We're getting ready to sign off.
You want to go a little bit longer?
I'll go a little bit longer.
Okay.
Hey. But what did they win? What did the person win?
Let's see. A portrait pin set 2.
Hey,
I think that might be my last portrait pin set.
Is that? Oh wow, nice.
So I'll have to check on that. I might have to take it off the wheel.
Oh yeah, make sure that we don't accidentally give somebody something that.
Okay, so let me put that.
Put the information up there.
In there.
And when is our next broadcast? Will be a week from today.
Yep.
Is that what it is? Okay. And again, folks, we might be. I think we're going to be switching till Tuesdays, or to Tuesdays as opposed to Sundays in the not too distant future, because I'm gonna be doing some events at Disney Springs, which we'll also talk about very soon. But yeah, March and April are going to be bringing a lot of events to the Disney World area, and I'll be posting this week about that up at Patreon and on Facebook. And so we will be moving Twitch to Tuesdays, but still next week it will definitely be Sunday still, correct, babe?
Yeah, thank you so much for rating. This is usually when we end our broadcast.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
I feel but this is Jasmine's channel.
This is my channel. I'm a painter.
And what do you do, Jasmine?
I'm a painter. I do acrylic painting mostly. I do a lot of work for companies like Disney, and I do a lot of merchandising, pin designs, clothing, statues, mostly just acrylic paintings, oracle decks, tarot cards, all sorts of stuff.
Cool.
But we're up here. I'm usually painting, giving away prizes on Sundays and soon to be Tuesdays, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, this was fun.
We talked
about Jeffrey the Mongoose.
We talked about Jeffrey the Mongoose.
Yes,
we talked about grocery stores, and we talked about what everyone was drinking. We have good conversations, gosh darn it.
We do.
Buddies.
We bring it.
And friends. We bring it.
Buddy, friend. Yeah, okay.
We bring it. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
So, yeah, if you want to hang out, I don't know. What do you want to do, Jasmine?
I don't know.
I feel bad because people just got me.
I'm sorry. I do need to get some other stuff done then tonight.
Okay, well, how about we just invite you guys here? We'll be here next Sunday. 3 hours prior to this time.
Yes.
We're 3 to 6 p.m. That's Eastern time in the U.S.
Starts at noon Pacific, 20 o'clock UK time.
And then
we do that once a week generally.
And we may be switching to Tuesdays.
And we'll be switching to Tuesdays because
for reasons that we will explain.
That I'll be explaining soon. And they involve Disney World and they involve
things happening in
potentially
March and April.
California Disneyland, maybe.
And
someday.
California Disneyland coming up.
Yeah.
Cool stuff
Maybe
is
so.
in the works. Yes. But I'll keep y'all posted. In the meantime, come check out my website, strangeling.com, and my Patreon. I probably have a link to that too.
And thank you so much. You guys rock. And we're going to go ahead and sign off.
See you next week.